Yomina, halo semuanya. Selamat malam menjelang sahur ya. Gua kali ini mau nonton VCT dulu ya guys ya. Ini melawan PRX. Udah mulai guys. Bentar guys, window capture-nya gua hidupin dulu ya guys ya. Nah, jelek banget yang ini coy. Nah ini aja. Alright. Gua di bawah sini aja ya guys ya.
Magnum giving up a lot of space here, but PRX can't really find it. Thomas, he's already on the defuse. Yeah, they need to get a challenge on that, and they do. Forsaken knows what he's up against, trying to do the damage. And Monnier is firing off today. That's what you want to be seeing as well. Magnum, the last one alive, trying to play it back in from CT.
Yo, Davai, menangin dong. Something or something. No. Stick defuse aja itu. Ya, nice. Nice.
Comfortable here. Really, with this through the TP, I think maybe Carmine are thinking there's potentially three bodies.
Bentar guys.
Lack of information, and Magnum taking such a deep position.
Mana ya itu
There's some
gua ya?
real questions about exactly what's going on site. Yeah.
Mana sih?
And one of the caveats to me is Monnier. Now we've seen his performance. Not quite to the highest echelons yet. He's had some very good games when activated, but I mean, we all noted Benji Fishy calling him out, and then what happened. But regardless, good to see him off to a very strong start.
Nice banget coy.
Read it well. Dealing with Magnum and Martine in the very beginning here. Healing over here. Just going to be going through the motions. They've already done a great deal of damage. I don't need to particularly over commit anywhere. Just need to be
Monyet make Raze lagi ya. Gua nggak percaya sih kalau monyet pakai Raze coy. Timing banget coy. Wah, timing banget itu coy. Wah. Bahaya nih flank nih. Timing coy. Nih, untung ada main frag nih, ngeliat nih. Main fragnya nyadar coy. Nah, ini sih udah menang sih round 2. Tapi round 3 bahaya banget. Round 3 bahaya banget coy. Jadi ya begitulah ya. Ini mah udah pasti menang sih. Paling mereka bunuh diri doang biar dapat duit. Daripada ngasih PRX duit kan, mending nyerahin diri kena hitam-hitam kuy. Nah gitu. Oke, bonus round guys. Aduh, bonus round ya. Ini harus menang coy, PRX biar duitnya banyak. Tapi kayak menang susah juga sih guys, karena mereka full buy itu yang sebelah kiri. Gila, something. What the hell? What the happened, bro? Wah. Gila. Itu padahal sembarangan loh. Nice banget coy, monyet. Aku sayang kamu, monyet. Gila monyet coy. Ini mah band udah menang ini udah. Udah pede banget nih PRX nih. Ini shaping sih guys. Shaping itu udah. Nggak usah dicari lagi. Daripada rugi. Dapain ngo. What the hell? Iseng banget cuy Dapai coy asli. Dapai iseng banget cok. Ntar guys.
prey. Does Carmine Core get to keep these rifles? I think they will. Definitely no one close enough towards Martin, but curious if Shin was maybe going to get a challenge on that, but no. All good, no harm, no foul. But for PRX, look at this gap close coming from Monye. The fact he gets away with this, and there was no awareness coming out from Magnum there, just seemingly swept aside by that.
That's the audio we're missing.
Look, we're not allowed fun, all right? No fun allowed. How dare you request it? Oh, he's broken the back of Carmine Core. And if you're the Carmine Core fans out there, right, you're kind of hoping that they came out with a strong start. Maybe correct a little bit, maybe that confidence.
Asli kocak banget coy, asli sumpah.
Kind of pushed around. A lot of people saying they've been performing under expectation, which I think is a fair critique.
Oke.
Because there was such high hopes for this team coming out of kickoff, and they looked exceptional. But hasn't quite lived up to that. And again, the pace is unrelenting. Look at this, Monye and something instantly dominating the space. And it's going to
Guys,
force
gue
them to
coba
respect this.
cek dulu ya.
I would say Magnum is a little
Apakah
behind
delay
enemy
punya
lines,
gua?
but can he make anything of it?
It's going to be tough. With only a sheriff in hand here. So, yeah, we'll land.
Are they going? Yeah, the gap
Gue
closing
bingung
now.
caranya biar nggak delay guys.
Test, put the task. Oh, that's rough.
Ntar guys.
Blinded and
Delay
Monye
banget ya
just
punya
popping
gue ya.
off. Yeah, farm him up. Even spotting the right there. Over towards Shybox. This guy's
Nice
on
banget
for
sih.
it. He's absolutely
Es coy, monyet coy. What the hell? Wah,
Any
gila,
questions
Cok.
you had, Lauren? The
Panas
only
banget ya.
5 rounds here.
Wah, gila-gila juga nih orang.
Statement being sent. Carmine Core would argue that MEA counter-
Wah, gila-gila juga nih orang ya.
failure today, stoking the fire of
Es coy. The hell is that? Wah, kocak. Wah. Es coy, monyet coy. Gila, pede banget ya PRX ya sekarang ya. Wah, gila-gila nih orang.
give it, you know?
Wah,
Hate Club has just grown.
cakep banget sih.
Oh,
Ini something.
bless him. Well, let's see, does
Timing banget coy.
Martin there on the
Wah,
other side.
timing. Enggak, itu langsung lari tuh dia. Nice.
Lovely early protocols. Again, we often
Udah
see
pasti
confidence from
guys.
other teams with that, you know, the protocol list, and oh, you've got Eng in there, you know, you've really got, you know, those glimmers of Gambit, all of that fluff. But you got to give credit where it's due as well. PRX, yeah, but they're a little bit more simplistic at times in the way they approach the game.
Wah,
Obviously, mechanically,
Karmin Kop
they're
kena bante-bante gini ya.
still very diligent
Wah,
about any of these
yang
things.
harusnya menang guys,
Very heads up
sumpah
front.
guys.
That's the definition of thriving in the chaos. They're able to create it and
Tapi ini mapnya PRX sih guys, nggak usah seneng dulu lah. Ini masih map PRX.
slow down here at least by the poison orb.
PRX selalu di hati. Let's go.
Monye chomping at the bit, taking a very aggressive angle here.
Wah, wih timing, nice.
This time it's Forsaken, but it could have been either.
Wah, itu kalau nggak ada Forsaken, timing banget tuh.
Now they're gonna try and play in a
Kata
little
gua
bit
ya.
more tempo almost. Carmine Core try and take a little
Wah, di
space back
L tuh
here,
hati-hati
but
tuh di
there's
L.
really no reason to fear them. They've been
Nice.
sweeping them every time, and Monye is
Nice.
a demon.
Nice for
You
second
can't
coy.
get away from him everywhere they go.
Aduh,
It's only Shin
timing
to
ya.
fight back so far, and even
Aduh.
then, just about
No.
Yeah,
No,
they're
nice.
blind. There's still
Nice
something
something.
with that operator.
Aduh.
Still willing to take a chance.
Wah, rungkat banget nih.
Martin get any more play off this? Couple flashes, but not a lot of time.
Nice, gila. Ini mah easy win sih kayaknya sih guys, sumpah guys. Easy win ini mah.
Pretty soon,
Wah, easy win nih.
take stock, and maybe
Gua habis ini main horor ya. Nah, tapi besok aja kali ya main horornya ya.
the worst things you can do is give them freedom, give them space to.
Besok apa hari ini? Hari ini maksudnya. Tapi malam. Kita nonton PRX dulu lah. Kita tunda bentar ya.
And bring the fight to you. It's very hard to sit back and play retake versus a team like PRX.
Time out lah, udah pasti itu 6, Cok.
Into a kill, maybe 2, but
Kayaknya bisa easy win sih.
options to be honest with you other than fight fire with fire.
Kayaknya bisa easy win sih guys.
Okay, we can sit super deep, play full retake, but we don't
PRX will
have-
keep pushing.
Of course,
You give
they're
them
not gonna
back,
leave you.
you give them backside, they go spawn, they go
Yes.
deeper and deeper.
So,
PRX on top, yeah.
But it's easier said than done. Teams with, you know, even bigger experience of struggle in this case.
Jing nggak main, percuma. Jing nggak main coy, aduh sayang banget ya. Kalau Jing main, wah mantap banget sih. Tapi Monyet udah menunjukkan ininya coy, eksistensinya coy dari kemarin ya. Semenjak match kemarin nih, yang kemarin banget ini, bukan yang Lalu-lalu yang kalah bukan yang kemarin. Udah mulai inilah kayak menyatu lah chemistry-nya ya untuk monyet sendiri ya. Atau bisa dipanggil Cahya. Kita panggil aja Cahya aja ya. For second kita panggil Jason aja, terus main free kita panggil Aaron. Wah, cepat sekali ya ini ya. Gila, langsung nge-push coy. Enggak ini lagi. Langsung side. Oh iya sih, nggak nge-buy sih mereka, cuman bahaya nih, ada Yoru nih. Wah, gila coy. Itu kalau hilang smoke-nya langsung mati tuh. Oh no, nggak ada turun. Timingnya ya, mantap banget ya. Lah.
They're just in full troll mode here in this anti-eco. Left one posted up here, Mind Freak. Try and police these weapons. I mean, it's an operator, so you know KC are gonna want it.
Wah, gila Mind Freak nahan di sini coy.
Identify Mind Freak's position. Yeah, KC now.
They're running. They're just
Thinking better of it.
I mean, the guy's the Iceman.
Wah, ngeri banget.
You don't mess with that kid. He's just wild.
Ini jangan dipik, udah. Wah, kagak kena ya? Nice. Wah, ulti coy dia coy. Wah, nice. Lah, tinggal monyet. Astagfirullahaladzim, Thrifty coy. Apa anda? Bisa Thrifty sih? Aigo. Main Freak kemana ya tadi ya? Mati mana ya? Main Freak ya? Bisa Thrifty anjir. Coba kita lihat dulu. Oh, kena Manu Martin nih coy. Aduh, somethingnya mati juga lagi. Wah, kan bahaya kan? Thrifty coy, astaga. Itu tadi Cahya juga miss the shot tadi. Agak ini dikit mati tuh. Wah. Guys. OBS-nya agak ngedrop guys. Sorry guys. Sorry. Nice. Nice banget. Refresh guys. Nice banget.
I mean, it's one of those moments when Narrate's probably thinking, yeah, it'd be crazy if this guy just walks out of his own smoke or cove or whatever it is. Something able to get I guess a benefit of timing here. Avoiding the boom bot.
Gua kira udah kalah sih itu. Gila clutch coy, bisa cekles gitu. Kluce. Nice banget something. Itu jangan dipik coy, udah coy. Aduh. Wah, bahaya itu coy. Itu yang bikin bahaya tuh. Mereka udah pada ngerotate sih. Kena ini coy. Kena bait anjir. Gila kena bait semua. Dikira udah ke B ya. Tahu-taunya pada ke A semua. Gila ke bait banget itu. Ya ke bait itu. Udah planting aja udah, lama banget cok. Jaga itu belakang flank, jaga flank. Wah timing nih guys, bahaya nih. Aduh, timing banget ya.
Yeah, I mean he dropped the smoke, he's back on it now. He's going to look to orbital strike just for the dog. He's cooked it.
Aduh. Nice for second. Nice. Nice. Gila, ini yang gue suka, Cok. Gila, 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 gila. Wah, PRX-nya. Waduh. Wah, panas sih guys ini guys. Sumpah guys, udah lah ini guys. Kayaknya bakalan PRX menang dah. Udah lah ini. Wah, gila, gila. Gila panas bet coy, panas kata gua Maya. Ini kan harusnya defend ya.
Now they're almost faking that they've rotated, creating all this pressure, dumping all this util, but all it is a switch up towards B long. But Magnum's going to step out.
That was good information there in the Seekers, but they are going to go on this. I'm waiting to see Monnier dive in here. They've got to know that Tomasi is still around as well. You can see the Lears there. Martin has found Mind Freak, but they've got the site control. You can already see they've started to really place their banner on this site. Look for the flanks, look for the pressure on the back lines. We need that plant to come in for at least a little bit of safety for PRX, which they've got right about now. 4v5, it gets dicey.
Three coming through hookah.
Gonna invest that little bit of utility to try and keep them further
away. Look at the reflank though. Look at Device's position.
That could be huge.
He's got to get there quick though.
Timing. Can something hold them back? Can he buy a couple of seconds here? That's all he needs. A couple of
seconds.
Nice. Device done so well. He does catch Shin. Forsaken then called in.
Nice.
He's just methodical in approach. It's a 2v2, but look at the HP.
Wah, langsung masih. Nice.
It's just Magnum left alive.
Wah, gila nice banget coy.
PRX just outstanding right now. This is them in final full form in my mind.
They have plans on plans. I mean, it's almost automatic as soon as the Trailblazer comes down long.
Yeah.
PRX know they have to be explosive. Capitalize on that timing. Get ahead of the rotation of KC. Again, you can't even really fault. You look at the minimap here, and when PRX freeze on this first wave, the first pressure out towards hookah, KC are immediately rotating. They know that PRX are trying to find these.
Sumpah PRX hari ini panas banget guys. Nggak kayak biasanya loh. Gila, 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 gila. Kata gue sih.
Yeah, it's the pressure now. KC are so desperate to get a round win up. They want to be so active around the map that they create these holes themselves.
Wah, ada yang TP tuh. Oh, nggak fake aja itu kayaknya.
PRX have done this to countless teams.
Best in the world through errors.
Gua agak susah sih. Sebenarnya kalau ngindarin flash itu dia harus sensi tinggi ya.
A variety of errors.
Look at it now. Shin's smoked
look
down
at
long.
Look what they've done to him.
This is all on the back of just the one wall coming through, but
okay.
Udah kebaca sih guys ya. Permainan PRX. Ya nggak kelihatan itu udah. Nah, gila, gila. Kata gua. Enggak, udah kebaca ini guys permainannya guys. Udah kebaca coy permainannya, ngapa dah. Permainan rotate-nya itu udah kebaca sama KC coy. Nggak mudah ke bet lagi udah. Kayak udah ketahuan gitu bakalan ngerotate mereka. Soalnya mereka nggak pernah ngeplan di B kan. Jarang kan. Baru tadi doang. Jadi udah kebaca gitu permainannya. Makanya mereka nahan di side A tuh. Sepuluh dua lah, udah mantep banget 10-2. 10-2 udah pasti PRX win lah. Udah kemungkinan besar lah. Kalau 9-3 masih kemungkinan KC bisa menang, Cok. Karena kalau udah 10 nyentuh 2 digit itu tekanannya, pressure-nya sangat gila, Cok. Jadi harus 10-2 lah. Biar pressure-nya nggak terlalu harus 10-2 lah biar pressure di tim KC itu tinggi gitu. Dan kemungkinan untuk menangnya lebih besar sih. Lebih chance-nya lebih besar sih. Ini jangan ngedrop sih kata gue sih. Wah, gue takut banget mereka keluar tiba-tiba. Oh, itu bisa tuh lempar tuh. Nice, kena. Nggak kena itu, kena sedikit. Wah anjir, dipaksa ya. Nice banget. Wah, ada Yoru ya guys ya. Masalahnya. Waduh. Yuk Davai bisa yuk Davai, tapi ada OP sih guys. Harus dibunuh dulu tuh OP-nya. Bahaya banget sih OP. Oh enggak ada ganti. Aduh. Ya 93 kayaknya guys, atau enggak 84 ini. Apa namanya? Permainannya udah ketekan tadi. Udah apa namanya? Udah hilang tempo permainannya. Pas mereka kena bokong. Kenapa? Nggak ngecek corner tadi tuh. Yang rotate ke A tuh. Udah hilang apa namanya? Game sense-nya. Dan KC pun udah apa namanya, udah kayak nganalisis gitu permainan mereka kayak gimana. Langsung TP tuh mereka tuh, kayak langsung udah tahu aja gitu. Aduh, nah kan udah kata gua kan, kayak udah apa namanya guys, udah hilang tempo permainannya semenjak tadi kena corner dan terlalu gerasa gerusuk bisa dibilang ya. Masih lebih mending rotate sih. Gila cepet banget ya. Ini langsung turun aja, nggak ada siapa-siapa sih. Tapi kan bos-bos ya, kan kita kan tadi udah gak tahu info gamenya siapa-siapa aja tuh. Somethingnya nahan di situ cuy. Gila, dia nungguin yang TP. Ngapa dah ngecek kanan dah? Nice banget. Ada yang TP itu. Oh enggak ya, bukan ya. Oh itu tadi bayangan. Nah ini nih OP nih, bahaya nih guys. Udah 93 aja udah. Wah anjir, udah ketahuan sih. Jangan di-pick udah. Nah, aduh, ke-pick lagi. 84 ya guys ya. Tapi so far untuk map bind ya, jujur enakan defense sih guys. Jujur enakan defense. Karena mapnya tuh apa ya, kata gue ya, kecil. Setnya kecil gitu. Dan apa, posisi untuk defender tuh lebih enak untuk ngepick ya. Lebih enak. Apalagi di set B. Kalau di set B itu lebih enak banget untuk nge-setup defense. Dan untuk ngeletakin crosshair itu atau crosshair placementnya lebih enak defense kalau di B ya. Kalau di A mungkin ya pilihan terbaiknya A lah. Kalau misalnya untuk ngeplan ya, lebih enaknya sih. Karena mapnya luas juga. Tapi itu banyak pojokannya kata orang ya. Untuk kalau misalnya untuk attacker lu, kalau udah banyak belok-belokannya kayak gini nih, banyak sudutannya itu, susah sih untuk nge-clearnya. Kita nggak bakalan expect ada orang di situ. Nah itulah kenapa bind lebih enak defense ya guys ya. Nah, tapi masalahnya PRX kalau defense itu malah maju, malah jadi attacker, bukan yang nge-defense di side. Nah itu tuh, itu PRX. Jadi mainnya tipe nge-push ya guys ya. Semoga enggak lah ya. Soalnya kalau misalnya mereka nge-defense-nya itu nge-push ke depan gitu, suka timingnya jelek banget. Timingnya suka jelek. Banyak jeleknya ketimbang bagusnya. Tapi kalau kena bagus banget. Kalau misalnya dia nge-push defense. Cuman ya gitulah. Walaupun gua bukan ini ya, bukan pro player yang gimana ya, cuman ya gua pemain Valorant juga lah, ngerti lah, paham lah. Tapi kan kita kan nggak tahu ya isi pikiran mereka tuh kayak gimana. Beda lah dengan kita kan. Apalagi mereka udah radian atau udah pengalaman lah. Dan udah masuk ke ranah pro lah. Jadi mungkin mereka ada caranya. Cuman kalau terlalu gerasak gerusuk sih agak susah sih sebenarnya. Ya sebenarnya bagus. Cuman suka kena timing gitu loh guys. Nice. Nuan mereka kan ke A kan. Karena chance-nya lebih besar di A sih kalau untuk masuk ke plan. Lah kagak ngelihat situ ya. Bahaya banget ya. Tapi udah ke expect sih guys. Nice. 9 nih coy. Udah diamanin guys. Gila kata gue ya. Ini kayaknya nggak bakalan beli dah. Kayaknya sih. Make ghost doang ini. Enggak ding, beli ding. Malah beli ya guys ya. Full armor lagi anjir. Bonus banget sini. Gila cahaya ini juga ya, bercahaya gitu ya. Mukanya bersinar gitu. Seperti namanya. Dan seperti di malam hari ini. Nice banget something coy. Tinggal heal sih itu. Wah anjir itu nice. Threadnya bagus banget ya. Aduh. Wah terlalu gerasa gerusuk sih ini. Wah kagak ngeliat ya di situ ya. Wah timing sini bisa. Aduh timing banget ya. Alah nggak ngeliatin lagi tuh. Wah timing lagi nih. Ya kata gua sih ya. Wah gila tinggal sendiri nih main freak. Ini kalau thrifty sih enak banget. Rugi ya. Rugi banget ya. Alright. Ini aduh. Timingnya itu loh kan apa kata gua kan kalau mereka maju-maju ke depan gitu timingnya tuh jelek banget, apalagi kayak monyet tadi yang lurking nggak ngeliat belakang lagi, udah jelek banget kan. Kata gua sih jangan maju-maju lah, boleh ngelurking sesekali, cuman kalau udah ini mah udah kebaca kan. Untung dapat Martin itu guys somethingnya. Itu kalau nggak dapat Martin tadi mati itu something anjir. Tuh Reina minta heal tuh kayaknya. Ke delay lagi tuh. Lah kagak di heal ya? Kagak di heal ya? Apa nggak beli heal ya? Oh nggak beli heal. Davai anjir. Tuh kelihatan tuh nggak ngebeli dia. Something juga udah habis itu matanya. Apa namanya yang healnya? Main freak juga nggak ada smoke lagi tuh. Tinggal monyet doang yang masih lengkap sama Forsaken. Forsaken nggak lengkap sih. Emang bawaannya udah smoke bawaan. Tuh bom aja udah. Nice cahaya. Nggak ketutup ya. Ketutup ya. Lah nice. Aduh, ngambil senjata dia guys. Wah, Shinnya padahal tadi sekarat sih guys. Itu kalau Magnum mati, kemungkinan besar Sinnya mati juga tuh.
Beaming him.
Harus sih itu. Nah ini sih, gak sabaran banget ya.
But the timing of this first kill as well.
Wah itu tuh something tuh, ngapain gitu ya. Nggak apa-apa sih, masih beli sih. Ini harus 10 guys, harus 10 harus. Kata gue sih harus 10 sih. Padahal apa ya? PRX padahal udah dapat first blood sih. Cuman jelek banget ya timingnya ya. Aduh, gua ambil minum dulu dah kali ya. Ah, itulah aku benci tuh. Lunes banget monyet. Anjir, itu kalau misalnya kena kepala sih gila sih. Itu kalau kena kepala gila sih. Anjir. What the hell is this game, kata casternya, what the hell is this game. Horror coy game itu. Nice gila. Ini mah udah mati sih. Ini pakai classic aja udah mati sih, guys. Gila. Nah, ini udah nih enak nih. PRX udah enak nih. Udah nyentuh 10 round nih, guys. Wah, itu. Gue pengen yang monyet nih. Lu lihat nih. Wah, anjir gak diliatin ya. Itu kalau diliatin keren banget. Itu kalau kena kepala keren sih, guys. Sumpah. Tapi marah-marah nih. Masih marah-marah aja nih Alek ya. Udah biasa lah ya kena marahin Alek. Katanya sia-sia aja kau beli senjata. Malah kau mati terus. Yang ada rungkat katanya Alek. Apa kurang nasi bungkus katanya. Nice banget per second. Aduh. Udah sampai situ semua ya. Nah ini nih yang gue benci nih. Nah nggak dikecek corner coy. Udahlah. Inilah yang nggak saya suka dengan PRX ya guys ya. Suka maju. Nice banget monyet. I love you monyet. I love you Cahya. Anjay, keren banget, kelas banget coy. Nice banget timingnya coy. Tinggal narate sih. Wah, ini sih udah ketahuan sih guys, sudah lah ini. Ya. Wah. Jadi 1v1 cok. Wah, ini bahaya sih guys. Bahaya nih guys. Tapi tinggal 50 pelor sih. Nice. Dapat. Itu percayalah Alek gebrak-gebrak meja coy. Gila. Ngapain di pick katanya gitu kan. Sabar dong kata Bang Alek. Kau tengok nih nanti nih kalau Alek nih. Pasti udah pusing kepala Alek ngeliat yang tadi tuh yang 3 nih. Di sini nih. Ini Alek udah marah-marah nih kayaknya. Itu bahaya banget kayak gitu. Hampir. Untung gak marah guys. Mungkin karena ada 2 digit ya, jadi agak tenang lah. Monyet pakai Jarje, gue nggak yakin sih guys. Asal dia nggak maju aja udah. Yang bikin game ini jelek tuh PRX maju-maju gitu. Kalau mereka tahan di set aja gitu enak coy, lihat nih coy. Di atas itu coy, aduh. Ya timingnya coy. Lah anjir timingnya coy. Inilah yang gua nggak suka nih timingnya nih. Malah di pick lagi, mati lagi tuh. Garing. Tinggal Magnum sih. Anjir. The hell is that? Ya malah ke B lagi dia nih. Aduh, ke A dah. Wah, ini nih yang bikin kepikiran nih guys. Gila. Ini yang bikin kepikiran nih guys. Ini bahaya banget sih guys. Bahaya banget sih ini.
wait? Does he try and play this out? He's going to note Forsaken, obviously. Doesn't know about something.
Game
Gets a good
horror
enough
guys ini guys, sumpah
the
guys.
best educated guess he can. Is this a good enough position? That might almost help
Ya.
him a little.
Nggak kelihatan dah jadinya itu.
Though, so that Lear, he's going to know it now. Which way? You got to gamble. Did something go
Gila
through.
timing
He's
banget.
looking this way.
Oh, udah ketahuan sih.
Magnum, can you clutch this up? Can you do what Narrate couldn't? You got one to the right, one to the left.
Nice.
Do it, Forsaken there.
Nice. Match point udah diamanin guys. Gila ngeri banget ya.
Map point on the board.
Ngeri banget ya guys ya.
Right down to the wire once again. KC still, I mean, scoreline aside, keeping these rounds close, Lauren.
Yes.
Wah, itu kalau gua jadi Alex sih udah kayak udah marah banget sih.
Oh,
Yeah, farming.
Ini mantap banget sih.
Farming hookah. Purchase will come back for Carmine Core. Showstopper to work with. One away from the pit, two off the Seekers, so some tools potentially here. Can they keep map 1 alive?
I think this patient start. Cautious. Because we have seen that PRX will run, 3 men down down B long, but we are seeing Monnier this time actually pushing up towards A short, holding that judge. How long does he stick around? I think he's siding against committing towards it. Divide. Not actually relinquishing the angle.
Aduh.
Stuck around on that, deciding not to fall back. There are 2 players behind him, Forsaken being one, and Mind Freak the other.
KC almost trying to bait out a rotation, much the same as PaperX did. But the reaggressive from Hookah could be rewarded. They might even have and their backs.
Udah guys ya.
This is a disaster in the making. They have no idea.
No, he's looking back.
Great
Don't
turn, but it
know
doesn't
what
matter.
you've
The executioner's
learned,
here.
look
Mind Freak and
now.
maybe something out of that. 2 big kills found, but they have a player advantage for Carmine Core.
Someone's
3
calling, go
to the
check
2.
out your
They have a
phone.
pit to work with though. Tomazi can lock down this site. Monye,
Ntar
you
guys.
have to find an upgrade here. Something's got ahead of the smoke.
He's in, and he's got one. Martin's gone. He couldn't do any more, but he's bought enough time for at least Monnier to get close by, get a rifle into his hands. One on sight, one towards
Oh my God.
Monnier unleashing fury, but he couldn't find Tomasi. Carmine Core live for another round. Barely alive, but they do it.
2 examples of that energy being their downfall. A little overzealous. The approach from both Something and Monye. Punished here. KC will find their 7th.
One enemy remaining standing.
Regardless, so they are both looking absolutely electric.
Reminds me of Mini. Do you know what? I miss Mini.
I do miss Mini.
I wish we could bring him out to these events. You know what I mean?
Just still get him on a React camera.
Oh god, yeah, that'd be great. I think that's just called a watch party, but still, he's not figured that one out yet, which is great. So maybe we can still steal him. As it stands, though, PaperX still on the very verge of tipping the scales. This round, though, they are coming in less equipped. They do have stingers, sheriffs. They still have that rifle on Something.
I mean, tools to work with as well. Showstopper potentially if Monye finds a kill.
You've almost got the full deck of ults on the other side, though, right? You've got everything there.
Wah, masih belum menang ya guys ya. Bentar guys.
Now, traditionally, we've seen a couple of variations, but it's mostly Divide playing towards long, so maybe just him showing his hand isn't going to give away too much. That, however, should ring a couple alarm bells, maybe hoping to catch him a little further up towards long, but Carmine Core patiently waiting.
The dog. Not sure how many it would have spotted there. Seekers in response here from Magnum. Everybody huddled towards his position. Smoke's about to drop here. Monye caught in the open. Catch Forsaken as well. Not traded.
Bit of damage here, and Device still around. Wait for Something, though. He is the final boss, and TP comes in. Yeah, nice work from Carmine Core. Quick pivot. Something is trying to hunt them at a similar pace. He is getting to spawn. He might get around the back of Shin here, depending on the timing, but still, they're going to get the plant. I don't think anyone's close enough to stop that now, so that's going to go down. But the back line, who wins this out?
He's going to catch in here. Orbital strike committed.
Anjir. Mantap banget cuy.
Down. Mindfreak did get the trade, but look at this. Something now getting closer, down to 2 on either side. Mindfreak still only with that sheriff, but it might be enough. Martin waiting in showers. He's
Wah, anjir timing banget ya.
Mindfreak, it's all on one. Something. Can he make something out of this?
Aduh, padahal ini kesempatan
Incredibly
cowok.
hard round to try and break back into now with these positions.
Turn back into the flash, but no swing from Martin.
Wah, kena double pick, guys.
Lovely work there in the post plant from Carmine Core. They're keeping this game close, Mike. They're building back now.
Spring in their step. 4 rounds still separate them. Frugal from both sides here in terms of investment of ultimates. Surprised to see the orbital strike come out there. PRX must have felt pretty good about things. Alex not so much.
Pen took a beating.
Yeah.
Time out sih harusnya, guys.
But ultimates still available. Seekers and the Showstopper being the headliners for PRX. Still got that pit for Tomazzi. Martin now try and fish out some information here on A site.
Let's see. He's blocking him. Just spotted him out there. How much can he get away with though? Can he slip through towards CT? But all eyes on him. But it's Narrate.
Wah, anjir.
Taking down Forsaken and something. Sights now open.
Jadi ngeri gini ya.
That kill, however. And they're getting quite paranoid at the flank. They're going to pop the ult as well on top of it. Viper's pit to try and secure this. Monnier with the first man forward, but Narrate with the spray just connects well. This might be enough.
A Showstopper gone. PRX's opportunities now dwindling. You can see that.
Wah, saving sih, guys. Harus wajib sih.
So well coordinated. The value amongst these two Narrate.
Udah kebaca banget permainannya, cuy.
Right, the sort of Yoru execute that PRX famed this sort of composition for. A taste of their own medicine here. Might be able to string together
Nice
much of a
banget.
purchase after this. But 2 rifles nonetheless.
Nice banget. Jelek banget. Hello malam bang. Halo. Emot batu. Welcome. Ini ngapa cok? Buffering. What the hell kata gue sih. Anjir. Emot batu anjir. Kocak nama lu. Kok gini sih? Lah emang buffering guys. Ya, oh nge-lag emang nge-lag. Kocak lah kata gue sih ya. Kocak dah nge-lag guys. Coba kita lihat Miti. Nge-lag gak deh?
Mana? Observer, halo? Observer?
Kok nggak nge-lag ya deh ya? Nonton di Twitch apa ya? Kayaknya nonton di Twitch deh guys. Ntar guys. Nonton di Twitch ya. Coba kah gue nonton di Twitch dah. Aduh. Nih. Ini tarik sih guys. Bukan ini. Ini Valor nih anjir. Lagi ngapain bang? Lagi nonton World Party ini PRX lawan Karmin Corp.
Saving grace here that PRX will only bring in 2 rifles, a couple of sheriffs, a stinger, a Showstopper.
Ntar guys.
Definitely a concern.
Anjay, follow iya coy, follow, let's go. By the way, gua sahur ntar main game horror kayaknya, Tapi gua takut guys. Enggak sih, gua pemberani sih. Enggak lah. Tapi baru aja lihat Kak Miti main Valo sambil nonton live-nya. Apa iya? Miti bukan main Valo, dia nonton ini juga kayak nonton World Party juga kali si Miti. Kan dia kan BA PRX. Iya kan, BA PRX dia. Bukan BA sih, bisa dibilang BA lah ya hitungannya ya. Let's go. Ini PRX kalau udah match point kayak gini mainnya guys. Agak gerasa gerusuk sih. Lalu timingnya banget. Ya. Wah, mati nih kata gua. Saya kena. Aduh, pusing pala gua coy. Ntar gua kecilin dulu dah suaranya. Agak besar banget ya. Di 20% aja dah. 15 dah. Wah, Davai harus dapet sih guys. Monyet udah ngeliat sih guys. Udah ketahuan guys sama mereka guys. Ya udahlah, mati lah ini. Apalagi lah kata gua sih. Ya udahlah. Udahlah guys. Nah ini something kayaknya, aduh ketahuan sih guys. Udahlah itu udah ketahuan sih guys. Nampak itu senjatanya tuh, kelihatan guys. Ujung senjatanya tuh kelihatan coy. Aduh, nah ini menang nih, abis ini menang nih harusnya nih. Ayolah, jangan dulu. Ini kalau misalnya Kermin Corp sampai 2 digit, oh, bisa TO guys. Bisa TO, bisa OT. Coach Alec ya, aduh. Gue ngakak guys sama Coach Alec, pusing kepalanya. Coach Alec aja pusing apalagi gua aja pusing liatnya apalagi Coach Alec kan. Nih, lihat nih. PRX nih, kebiasaan nih guys. Nice banget. Balik. Udah balik. Cisin udah ada di sini guys. Wah, ini timing banget sih nih, jelek banget nih. Nice banget monyet. Nah, kan kalau misalnya PRX tuh kalau udah maju ada 2 kemungkinan guys. Bagus atau enggak kena timing. Nah, tapi jeleknya PRX ini suka sering kena timing guys. Jadi ya you know lah, biasa lah. Ini harusnya sebenarnya di pick sih kalau ada spek gini nih. Ya hilang dong. Itu Reynanya nggak ngepik ya, nggak jiggle ya, harusnya jiggle sih. Wah, ditinggalin lagi set A-nya. Pandai banget ini Narate. Ngasih kerusuhan. Enggak ini Jasonnya enggak lari. Dapat nih. Nice. Udahlah, ketahuan lah itu di dalam situ tuh. Timing banget. Nice. Oke guys, game 1 diamanin PRX. Ya, maklum lah ya guys ya, karena ini map PRX juga ya. Let's go. So fucking let's go guys. Let's go. Let's go. Gue lihat HP dulu ya guys ya, bentar ya. Neneneu.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Yes, problem. You need Verizon. Trade in that old thing and get a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics. So many selfies.
Apa ada iklan iPhone
That means panoramic.
15 ya?
As many portraits of me as your heart desires.
How about none?
None feels right.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro and
Nah, gila.
all on us, only on Verizon.
Iklannya udah iPhone anjir. Nama Omen. Iya ya, apa namanya? HP itu Omen. Kayaknya Omen terinspirasi dari ini dah. Dari apa namanya? Dari HP dah. Karena kan Omen kan dari dulu ya guys. Enggak ding. Zaman-zaman Valorant baru rilis juga udah Omen baru muncul kayaknya. Kayaknya HP udah kerjasama sih sama Valorant. Apa satu perusahaan ya? Jadi kayak cabangnya gitu juga. Apa kalau Valorant tuh cabang gamenya gitu. Gitu ya. Tadi EDG kebantai banget sih guys di game tadi. Nggak dikasih main cuy EDG. Nah kalau AG itu beda lagi, Evil Genius. Nah itu tuh gila juga tuh orang, anjir. Tim gila tuh Evil Genius. Aku ambil minum dulu ya guys ya. Bentar ya. Ini kalau misalnya game ini ya,
Hey guys, I'm here right now with Coach Alex of PRX. Now that map was quite close. It's interesting because PRX has been described as like having 5 IGLs. So how do you as a coach manage to wrangle all that?
I mean, a lot of it has to do with the way we practice. I think the most important thing is trust. Like we trust each other a lot, and anyone can take over anytime they want. And we also do a lot of work trying to align. That's pretty much it.
Alright, well so far so good on this strategy. So let's see if
Alek
PRX
lagi
pulls out.
apa namanya diambang putus asa, Cok.
Definitely does come through with this team. We've always talked about it with PRX. They're a squad that always just kind of like rise of momentum. They communicate with one another. Their comms oftentimes don't even
Bad
lean on
banget
just
hari
one
ini dia.
individual. For me, it kind of sounds like a
Semoga aja karena game kedua ini semoga nggak bikin dia stres ya.
Yeah, it is wild. The
Kayaknya
first half of this game too, with
kayaknya
Casey
dari
Central,
kemarin dia stres, Cok. Ngelihat
PRXing all over them,
permainan
dragging Casey
timnya,
down
anjir.
into the chaos. And that's what I was worried about for such a young team, playing a squad like this for the first time, them dragging you into that chaos, your comms getting muddled, you experiencing something you haven't really played against before, and PRX thriving in that. And that was the case for quite a while. But I think we really saw a step up from both these teams to be forced to play a lot more strategically, and actually to Carmen Core managing to gain some control in the second half.
And loving those small micro plays that we love PRX for. We're talking about the Reina denying those trade-ins is something that she can do so easily, and it
Ini
fits
sih.
so well to PRX and especially to something. Some of these rounds literally made no sense, maybe.
Yeah, it was absolute chaos, but I think you're absolutely right that that's kind of what's defined PRX for so long, but it's also true of what Carmen Core was doing. I think a lot of the good in this map was when they were showing us these Yoru ult combos. They were setting themselves up after that. They definitely learned more how to play against PRX. It's just that this squad built themselves such a huge buffer on that attacking side, and they're always gonna steal at least 1 or 2 rounds and a half. It's really hard to come back from a deficit against this squad.
And not only that, we saw Casey actually getting lost in the sauce. We were seeing a lot of ultimates invested in just one route to make it through, as you're mentioning. The Yoru, even the Showstopper, everything being used at wrong timings. We see also Magnum struggling a little bit with his own ultimate on how and when to use it, just because of how overwhelming PRX is.
And that's exactly that. They're the team who's gonna rip any hole you have in your communication, any hole you have in your practice. They're gonna rip that apart because of how chaotic they are. The question now, going into the rest of the series for me, is whether this team, for Carmen Core, can wrangle control of this one. Because Lotus, our next map, it feels like for them, that is their comfort zone. And I don't think these little combos, these alt combos that we talk about for PRX are as strong on this next map.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I do want to know what the coach of Carmine Core has to say. We have Eng standing by with Mika.
Hey guys, Mika here, and now I'm with Coach Eng of KC. Now, Eng, Magna mentioned earlier that PRX can be a team that is pretty annoying to deal with. So I want to know what they were doing exactly that was so difficult to deal with, and how you guys were able to mitigate that as the side switched.
First of all, they are an amazing team with amazing playstyle, a very unique playstyle. So I don't know what to say, to be honest, because of to be honest, it's a pleasure to play against them. Really, we're learning a lot from this game. So yeah, I don't know, like, but what can I say? It's hard to read them because of this like unique style. Yeah, and I don't know what to say, to be honest. But we will try our best on the second map. So yeah.
That was such a wholesome answer. So let's get to it. Second map.
Almost felt like Coach Eng Kakuka was a little speechless there as well, because I mean, he has expressed praise for a lot of the players that they've met on that stage, but there is something unique and special about this PRX team.
Yeah, exactly. Eng can be as wholesome as he wants.
Ay,
He's going
go.
to be much more if he wants to face off PRX now in Lotus. This is the map chosen by KC, and maybe one of the reasons is what happened yesterday when PRX lost this map. But again, I think it's going to be a lot of what happened on that bind just replicated, and a lot of what happened against Heretics happening again on this Lotus. A mind freak that doesn't respect any timings, any position, that's just going to push through, and a lot of crazy and set plays again.
Yeah, it is absolutely a map where PRX does that same style. But for Carmine Core, we have to talk about the history of them on this map. They've been playing the Fnatic comp. They beat
Viper
Fnatic
loh.
on this map. They have beat
Apa ini?
every top
Kalau
team
map
they've
split
gone
sih
up
enak
against
banget sih.
on Lotus. Here, this is
Oh,
where
Lotus ya?
Magnum tends to put on a masterclass. Their attack side, decision making, the way
Lotus
that they
masih bisa lah
always
PRX lah.
always
2-0 nih guys.
near perfect, quite
Ini bisa
honestly.
2-0 nih.
And I actually
Kalau
think
Lotus ya,
their style
gue tadi nggak lihat sih.
PRX is going for these 4 plays. They don't have
the Reyna to combo. They don't have the same kind of util setups. It's crazy that I'm talking about Reyna as like the big util agent, but they don't have those same tools to set up these combos like they do on some of these other maps. So I think this will be a bit of an easier.
Iya, something Monyet sama Davai pakai kacamata ya. Yang dapat kacamata cuman Aaron sama Jason doang. Aaron anjir Aaron.
And not only that, we were talking about how Monier is doing great in this tournament. How today specifically, he's performing super well.
Ntar gua lihat dulu. PRX pakai Astra Omen. Oke, Astra Monyet. Oke lah. Menang nih guys. Monyet Astra, cok. Wah, gak expect sih gua. Gua kira pakai Omen deh guys. Wah, ini menang sih guys. Sumpah guys, menang guys. Gua kalau misalnya Monyet pakai Monyet Astra coy. Let's go coy. Ini sih apa ya? Menang sih ini guys. 2-0 sih guys. Enggak, ini bener nih 2-0 nih. Apa ya? Passionnya Monyet itu emang bener di controller guys. Kalau di duelis itu agak kurang deh. Apalagi pakai race ya, agak kurang sih. Cuman tadi enak pas di map bind itu emang lagi bagusnya dia. Cuman kalau Monyet gua lebih prefer ke controller sih. Dan gue setuju banget kalau misalnya Monyet di map ini pakai controller ya. So menarik banget. Soalnya anjir gue kira Monyet pakai ini loh, Omen loh. Nggak expect gue dia pakai Astra coy. Gila juga nih kata gue ya. For second pakai race bagus cok. Lumayan lah. Bisa lah. Dan nggak yang apa ya, kalau timingnya bad gitu kayak Monyet tuh nggak kayak gitu kalau per second ya. Lucknya masih banyak lah, masih gede per second kalau pakai res. Aduh, gila KC lah. KC kalau dengar suara tembakan gitu langsung rotate semua guys. Udah masuk sini udah pasti sih. Wah anjir, penuh banget ya di situ ya. Nice. Nice banget. Nggak apa-apa mati coy. Nice banget, tinggal satu coy di atas itu tuh. Nice banget. Gila. Ah, ini yang gue suka nih guys. Sumpah guys, ini yang gue suka guys.
Placed on site. I mean, it's good to really get Eng's insight there, call it insight, like saying really, what do you do? How can you prep? There's not an awful lot you can do other than the age-old kind of play your own game sort of approach, but
sekarang PRX gak alergi pistol lagi ya guys ya. Justru malah bagus banget pistolnya sekarang ya. Kadang kan dia kan suka emang apa namanya kalah di round pistol gitu kan. Cuman akhir-akhir ini udah nggak kalah gitu.
Something on your front line, you've got to feel very confident regardless of who's on what behind that.
We're looking for that 4-play stack here. Feels like that flash was enough. The PRX don't like what they're seeing, and it's actually quite well timed that they drift away. They will have a completely open A site. They'll note the lack of utility after last round. Magnum was there. I mean, it's not the biggest indicator, but now the fact that Forsaken has gone to the back of the site.
Waduh, mati dah Forsaken. Ente dah.
I do not know, but he'll be happy enough with it. On gonna come down now, down to the 4. It is just classics as well for KC. There's nothing
Something
beyond that.
ini timing banget nih.
There's nothing. It is purely classic. So something gonna
Nggak, ini menang nih.
now as well.
Kata gue sih menang sih.
I think they're a little bit conscious, yeah. Who's post off on heaven now?
Nggak berani kan? Nice banget. No. Situ semua coy. Bawah semua tuh.
Something's on the case here, just prowling on the edges of those smokes, opting to try and clear, to farm through, to try and hunt down these
galak banget ya. Keburu-buru.
VCT, which is the right
Wah,
call.
mati nih.
Get a double
Kata gua.
around.
Oh, nice.
Spots him out, but hey, Carmichael making this, you know, cost a little bit.
Nice.
Mind Freak and Divide do
Nice, nice,
manage to
nice.
take that
Buying
ball
time-nya
on
banget.
play.
Mantap banget sekarang.
Only lose the judge, though.
Kalau enggak kan gerasak-gerusuk gitu kan.
Just got taken back in too, but yeah.
Nice banget, nice banget.
Exactly what the purchase was, but regardless, something
Kata gua sih bisa 2-0 sih, guys. Prediksi gua ya 2-0 ya.
So another question mark in the mix here for
Ini udah
Carmichael.
prediksi 2-0 sih, guys.
Doesn't
Apalagi
really
lah
even have
kan.
the benefit of having the Blade Storm kind of on the brink. Has to make this work. Has Divide got anything? Oh, well, Sheriff now. Drifting really deep onto this angle very early on. No resistance from KC on the other side, unless Magnum was spotted.
He was jump spotting that corner earlier,
Yeah.
but that might have to be taken away from the repertoire. I'm worried that someone else might be giving it a go. Narrate's very nearby to this. They've noted that operator. No bullets have been fired, but if they'd seen anything, you can't do it. You can see them trying to
Per
dodge
second
it.
kan dikasih masuk.
Daring anyone to try and peek a little further forward, but
Ah, tapi
no one
full
is.
B ya
Right
KC-nya ya.
by Carmine Corp. Mind Freak getting very close. Should have been considered.
Wah, timing
Narrate
banget
he
sih
has
itu.
been.
Main freak.
They're really putting bodies behind this.
Mana OP lagi?
Down towards B here, but Spike not committed either way.
Wah, OP
So
lagi ya.
Alex might resort to that now. It's only really Shin that's going to be able to cause any issues on the
Awal
field.
banget udah OP. Bahaya nih kalau mati nih. Kalau kalah Ron nih.
Creeping closer and
OP-nya
closer.
bisa ke ini coy, ke apa
I mean,
namanya?
Spike still not committed either.
They're looking for a pick, but
30
look how
seconds
deep
left.
Carmine Core are sitting. They're not playing
Aman sih.
PRX's games right now.
Nice timing banget.
Cool as well.
Itu race-nya timing banget ya.
Re-smoking and the Spike trying to make it across. Does anyone catch it in the heels? No.
Ah,
but
timing
someone's
banget itu.
cleared. It's so deep here. They've got to be careful of door. They've got to be careful of the flank, considering how far something is cleared.
Malah lewat ini malah ya mereka ya, lewat link ya.
Unfortunately, now a lot of questions for KC. Need to figure this out pretty quickly.
A real exchange of utility here as the retake starts.
Wah,
to
bahaya
build up
nih guys,
something.
lewat link guys.
Rattling off a couple of shots, but Forsaken in a fantastic position as well. If he can hold this down, he can become such a thorn in their side. Try
Lewat
and make
kiri
it
juga
double
ada
up
tuh.
here with something, but there is
Waduh,
the
nice
flash.
banget something.
And look at these shots just going
Wah,
through.
anjir
Not
ini.
anything in a
Kata gue sih.
1v3. Carmine Core flooding the site, and he just can't
Wah,
find it.
wah
Bodies
anjir.
in the right places. They time it well. They swing back through.
This is one of those situations I was credited on the first
OP-nya
one.
guys.
PRX will keep pushing. You give them that space, but
Aduh, awal banget ya beli OP ya. Nggak sabar banget itu sih. Something anjir pakai OP.
really, really well coordinated retake.
Ah, rugi banget ini. Marah nih pasti Alek nih.
Gravity well to
Itu
slow
lu beli
things
OP
down.
mahal-mahal katanya.
Just inside link.
Beli OP mahal-mahal malah rungkat anjir.
Don't leave. Oh no. Another 4K
Hmm.
moment.
Never man katanya.
It's a vibe
Apa?
killer.
Vibes down.
Yeah.
Game's lost.
Yeah, it's wraps.
Let's go, Mike.
Never man.
Looking like committed control towards Mound this time as well. And yeah, look at this. Very patient.
Ya,
Gonna
nyangkut
get the
tuh.
first real glimpse of this C site. Hadn't tested too much. And again,
Udah planting aja udah langsung itu. Ya Allah, lama banget dah plantingnya ya.
don't need
Nggak ada lagi di situ.
That's gonna be a plant. But look at that big flank coming out from
Per second,
His timing could be critical.
per second sama jetnya
Hold a
pakai
fair amount of this
jet
space
aja
for it to
anjir.
really come to fruition.
Wah ini keren banget sih ini.
It's in the backlines here.
Wah monyet ngeflanknya ngelurkingnya mantep banget guys.
Good face off an operator versus a judge. Actually, Monnier pulls the trigger.
Wah nice banget monyet.
Love seeing something swing as well, just to make
Cahaya,
sure
cahaya.
it's being herded.
Wah keren banget nih. Timingnya aduh gak kepala lah ya. Nunduk deh ya. Nggak ini mati nih. Wah enggak ya.
Something gotta be careful, doesn't want to lose the operator, but they're hunting him down now. The hunter becoming the hunted. As
Nice banget.
Tabaxi falls. It looks like that operator
Nah,
may
ratenya
stay
ngejarin
out, at
something,
least
anjir.
until now. The door
Nggak ini mati sih.
broken earlier, I believe it was.
Kata gue sih. Aduh. Telat mencetnya.
Trying to get away, Narrate. Gotta be careful though. There is the rest of the squad here now.
Nggak berani udah.
Working out that seaside.
Wah hampir ya guys ya.
The uncharacteristic misses here.
Peluru nyasarnya hampir juga itu.
Invest
Kata gue sih.
behind that operator.
Wah ini nih. Lurkingnya mantap banget sih. Cuman nge-spray ya.
Coordinated here, Monnier.
Dikira Phantom apa?
The game plan for him on the Astra must be very disconnected from some of these side
Nggak
hits.
apa-apa, Alek udah lega nih. OP-nya udah pindah tangan lagi.
If you can create this space and KC are happy to concede it. You have something like Monye getting behind a lot of these plays.
Ya ketahuan.
Okay, some real issues
kena
here.
lagi.
Taken punish on the first hit. KC looking to get the
Heal
hell
dulu
out
tuh.
of Twitch.
You just can't aim
Nice.
against these guys. You just, even in a fair fight.
Nggak apa-apa dah. Dapat satu kan, lumayan.
They get the pick towards C. They've already started to make that progress towards A.
Wah ini nih bahaya nih.
Much better off with the weaponry and gonna be rewarded. Monye.
Wah nggak kena ya.
Overwhelmed though.
Tapi lumayan lah.
Comeback.
Nyekartin juga tuh.
Potentially recovered. Something on the case to keep control of it, and that's gonna allow time for the plant to come in. Narrate still has that rifle, but that's about it. Beyond them.
Ini 4 second crosshairnya mantap juga ya. Gue crosshairnya kayak gini sih sebenarnya.
Oh, that's rough. Not what he wanted there. Not what they wanted at all.
Something gets pinged off that as well. Forced back off that angle, but KC still need to get through this choke point.
Don't know what they got to go with. Prowler's already sent.
Anjir, dia nggak ngeliat bawah ya.
Those misses starting to make a bit of a problem. Forsaken gonna find one but falls.
Yeah.
Narrate holding this down. Can
Wah, jadi 1v1 ya.
Can he really pop off here? 3 would be exceptional. He gets it to halfway. Oh, but Defy just died.
Aduh, kena marah Alek dah nih. Jijil-jijilnya ragu-ragu dia guys. Wow. Itu harusnya yang round menang sih. Seperti biasa lah ya. Panik kan anjir. Kayak gerasa gerusuk gitu. Mampus kan. Marah kan dia kan. Apa nggak marah? Gue juga marah sih kayak gitu sih. Kalau gue jadi coach Alex sih gue udah pusing 7 turunan. Gue gak mau. Gue udah bakalan marah sih tuh. Nope lagi kan mati dah tuh. Enggak deng. Untung jelek banget deh. Anjir. Smoke-nya ya nyebelin juga ya omennya ya. Ya nggak kena lagi. Nggak ke flash anjir. Lunas banget something. Bisa S ini something nih cok. Justru. Gak ada yang berani sih guys. Justru ya. Gak ada yang berani ya. Gak ada yang berani ya. Plannya jangan di sini lah, harusnya di depan ya. Oh, kepikiran sini guys. Nggak ada sih di situ. Gue juga deg-degan anjir. Nes banget cuy. Aduh, hampir guys. Gila ngeri banget ya. Wah. Panik guys itu guys. Kalau gua sih gua puterin dulu tadi. Ini loh bahaya tuh, itu nampak tuh. Ini si Martinnya sih. Mas try katanya. Tidak play. Time out nih PRX nih anjir. Nah, marah dah nih. Hari-hari kena marah ya guys ya sama coach Alek. Ya sih guys, nyebelin juga sih.
I don't want to say useless, but his impact is really limited in these sort of kind of slow mid to late rounds. It's not really going to cause too much pressure unless PRX win out early on towards Mound, early on towards Rubble, get themselves towards a site. And maybe Munya is on Astra to kind of counterbalance that.
Potentially, but again, it's just a lot of these questions I feel like get answered with one time and practice, and you can kind of find your way to work it out.
Gue juga sih kesel sih kalau misalnya di Kosalek ya, ngeliat gameplaynya kayak gitu. Ya mau gimana lagi lah guys ya.
Something they thought might work. Their traditional comp wasn't going to be the answer they needed, but to change it at this point is I mean, it's a credit to PRX to be able to do it.
The answer is to just get Forsaken on Raze.
I mean, it has worked to an extent. Maybe you have to see how that works out now, as it looks a simplistic start. But a great paranoia actually should
kena tuh.
To the site. I don't think much is going to stop them here, apart from their own paint shot. But even then, something fancies his go of it. Going to get in there with a stinger. And look at this tempo change. Look at this. No plant, but they've drawn out the lockdown so early. Now going to go for this.
Lockdown ya mereka ya.
Divide's going to go through.
Yeah.
Wah, gila Kacimar. Wah, kena 2 orang anjir. Wah, enggak bisa. Nice. Gak apa-apa lah. Wah, tapi rugi banget ya. Tapi force buy sih tadi.
Of margins to get past that Trailblazer. I'm not even sure. Did he pick up an empty stinger again? It looked like there's a little bit of a delay, but again, KC.
Monyet mau ngeflank jelek banget ya, udah ketahuan ya, udah kebaca permainannya. Kalau Lotus tuh attack-nya enak guys, harusnya. Tapi nggak tahu lah ya. Tapi kalau ngeliat something sama res duelis gitu enaknya attack sih guys.
Good to see Martin finding a bit of comfort here. He's been not quite to the extent of what we saw online, or at least I say online in the kickoff tournament. He was very much not, I wouldn't say headline. You'd give that to Narrate, but he was.
Kalau di A itu banyak setup ininya. Killjoy-nya, setup Killjoy.
And a quick adjustment for PRX, eyeing up that A site after an early test towards Mount. And away they go. Forsaken gonna be cut off at the door though. And a quick adjust.
Wah, timingnya guys. Bisa nih guys.
Maybe gets the timing right on this. They are all going towards
Nggak sadar tuh mereka tuh. Wah, gila nggak sadar semua ya.
Wait and see that pressure come back through.
Still not planted.
No, and something is screwed. Magnum clears
nice.
the knees, and Forsaken finally strikes. But the rest of the team took a moment to back away, but it's Narrate on the punish towards Monnier. They're losing out on numbers. Forsaken can only find so much impact, surely. They need to scramble away from here. The pit might almost act as a hindrance, because Mindfreak can hold this.
Enak banget di sini. Ini bahaya nih untuk. Wah, anjir. Martinnya. Panas banget Martinnya, coy.
So you're gonna need Forsaken to find so much.
10 seconds left. Divide will get Seekers off this.
Enggak, ini ada Seekers sih.
Forsaken needs so much here.
Aduh, timingnya. Wah, anjir timingnya. Itu Martin panas banget, guys.
Divide next. In line here. Jump on the first draw. Falls back. Flash buys a second.
Wah, ketahuan sih, guys.
Ya
ketahuan dong.
Oh, he's dead to rights. Carmine Core showing diligence now, starting to really get a grip on PRX.
This is rough. Timing a little off. I guess the synergy a little off between Divine and Forsaken here. Yeah. Forsaken commits to that early peak. Yes, the showstopper. You almost want.
Dia ngambil OP-nya guys. Aduh. Martin panas banget, cok. Gue pusing ngeliatnya guys. Bisa panas gitu ya.
Beautiful recovery from KC. It looked like they were going to lose out initially, but Narrate's ultimate really the one to
Ngeri banget sih guys, sumpah guys.
I'm carrying on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There.
You?
Wah anjir,
But no, you're right, because look at this start. Look at Forsaken. Right off the rip.
di kiri tuh.
Trying to get the
Aduh.
Shut Forsaken the hell up. Not even gonna
Wah
get a
Martin
first
guys ya,
strike
ngeri
on the
banget
goal.
dia Martin ya.
And now what do? They
Wah pusing kepala gue coy liatnya.
You're down to 4. Something's position's going to be noted. Already early rotation from Narrate. And this map just doesn't look kind.
Martin ngeri banget ya guys ya. Aduh. Wah gila, emang gak salah sih Lotus mapnya Karmin anjir. Karmin ngeri banget anjir. Gila juga nih orang anjir. Harus dibunuh sih guys Martinnya. Ini map bay loh padahal. Wah ketahuan dong nih. Wah timingnya banget ya. Trade mereka bagus banget. Nice banget. Nice main freak. Narate tinggal Narate coy. One hit itu Narate. Kepikiran coy itu kepikiran. Aduh. Main timing aja dikit lagi tuh loh. Jigel-jigel aja udah. Maksud gue tuh jangan di-pick full. Aduh. Man.
Versus PRX on this map. Concede all the space, happy to play the retake, and PRX were just left scratching their heads in that series. Carmine Court look like they've taken a leaf out of that book. I mean, typically you credit for PRX's ability to
Wah itu gua, aduh kesel banget sih guys ya. Udahlah paling bener dah.
The approach to make, but PRX really struggling.
Ini udah pasti time out sih guys. Mental sih ini guys, udah down sih istilah kata orang ya. Baru juga time out lagi cowok, gila habis dah time outnya. Ini gak ada time out lagi dong nih habis ini.
A lot of us kind of discussed this coming into this event as well. If they don't
start
off
sih.
with a confident beginning, they could lose a little bit of that, I guess, faith in the calling and executing the plans they've come up with. But so far, it's looking absolutely on the money here. This could certainly spur them on as they go forward. But the timeout came in, a couple more rounds to play with, and a full purchase here for PRX.
Anjir, ada gituan cok.
Off the showstopper. Again, Martin not really been relying on that too much with how he's been hitting. Operator definitely a more valuable investment in his hands than something so far. Bit of a pace change here. PRX, no secrets about this on the way in. No slow creep.
Nggak kena ya?
Working towards something. Normally Monnier was disconnected, but this time playing somewhat close to the pack here. Plant's going to come in. You can see Magnum creeps a little closer. Prowler going to come through. They know Narrate's nearby.
Aduh, stepnya kedengaran tuh.
Ah,
nice banget. Nice banget. Tapi jangan kerasa kusuk gitu, cowok. Bahaya, cowok. Nice banget. Aduh, nafsu banget sih kata gua. Itu tuh yang bahaya tuh dari PRX tuh bahaya tuh kayak gitu tuh. Nah itu udah saving sih guys. Enggak deh, nggak mau saving, dia banyak duitnya. Enggak ada sempat.
I don't think he's got time to get back in and get that operator, so PRX a slight adjustment in pace going out of the timeout. Get themselves around win. Yeah, we haven't seen this sort of play coming out so far. I think the real thing to notice is PRX have forced back in their shells a little bit.
Which is strange.
Yeah, again, you can read this pretty well. It's like, yeah, as 5, they're sitting back, they're in CT, they're getting ready.
Habis dimarah-marahin Alec nih kayaknya.
Be like, cool, let's send 2 people in there. Let's start a flash in there. Let's get a little deeper, but we haven't really.
Mainnya langsung bagus, guys. Aduh, mati PRX. PRX 4 second. Hampir aja. Oh, nice. Jadi 2 lawan 2, guys. Oh, hampir. Ih, sekarang tuh. Low sih. Waduh, timingnya banget ya Magnumnya.
There's almost an eternity that passes after these Seekers identify where Magnum is.
Magnumnya udah expect sih bakalan rotate.
Shin's vulnerable, but now you've got Magnum with his entirety of his setup here. Spike, his position. Devi can't cross this without being spotted.
56 HP as well.
Aduh.
Here it is. Paranoia getting prepped. A bit of a free fire, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, bye-bye. Devi.
Bye-bye Devi katanya. Enggak apa-apa sih. Udah, lari aja dah. Lebih mending saving sih.
If I missaw that, but I thought the Seeker went to the left. It's invested from rubble. Obviously, Shin took a ton of damage inside tree, but I'm not sure if we're going to get a chance to see that on the replay, but the timing's just way off here. I believe if the door's broken, yeah, Magnum's broken the door. So I don't know if that information's just lost in the exchange or what. But a real gamble to take this TP all the way towards C site.
Aduh, gimana ya? Lotus defend agak susah sih guys sebenarnya ya, agak susah sih.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
Kenapa bisa susah defense-nya? Pertama ada 3 side. Yang kedua di set A itu luas banget. Dan agak kurang sih kayak posisi. Minimal tuh 75 apa gimana gitu kan. Minimal maksimal lah. Berasa kusuk banget kata gua. Ya udahlah ya guys ya, 784 guys. Nggak bisa sih 84 sih. Aduh. Minimal tuh 75 gitu biar enak banget ngejarnya di defense. Ini 84 agak susah sih guys. Ini jujur aja lah ya, 5 Lotus loh. Agak susah defense-nya.
Hello, I'm Martin and I play for Carmine Corp. Even though we know we can win against anyone when our form is good, it's just not there at the moment. And I think
jujur aja lah ya, emang agak susah sih.
We're not playing at the same level as we did in kickoff, and the team play and comms are just not on the spot. And then honestly, we just choked. So I think that Magnum obviously is a new IGL, but he's learning very fast, and I think his calls are very good. I don't think he fell short from Q2. I think it was a team problem, not Magnum problem.
Kenapa KC defense-nya bagus ya guys ya? Kalian kalau mau tahu ya defense-nya bagus kenapa? Karena mereka tuh cuma 1 duelist doang. Smokernya ada 2 guys. Karena kalau smokernya banyak itu ngedelaynya lebih lama banget. Ibarat gini lah ya guys ya, lu punya 3 set kan di Lotus ya. Kasih satu side, satu smoke, enggak satu set satu smoker sih, dua set dikasih controller 2. Gimana ya bilangnya ya? 2 set lah misalnya, kan yang paling sering dimasukin kan itu kan C sama si A. Lu kasih aja di set A sama di set C-nya smoker controller. Udah itu delaynya lama banget. Jadi mereka yang mau masuk pun agak sulit. Dan apa ya? Kalau misalnya di set A misalnya udah ketahuan nih ada orang nih. Nah itu tuh controller yang jaga di A udah nge-setup duluan. Udah ngasih delay duluan, jadi tim yang lain tuh kayak teman-temannya tuh bisa rotate dengan cepat gitu. PRX-nya ke delay, tim KC-nya udah nyampe duluan. Nah, apalagi kalau Omen sama Viper tuh kan nggak ada jaraknya ya, mau ngidupin smoke-nya. Beda sama Brimstone sama Harbor gitu. Gua mau ke WC dulu guys, bentar guys. Sakit perut guys, gak bisa nahan.
Look a little more threatening than he is by a couple more seconds, but that flash should be noted.
It's an open path, so KC looking to potentially reset towards Mount, but actually no, they're pushing spawn.
Again, the turret's been dealt with quickly. That they should have an idea that everyone's here. They've seen 3 different pieces of utility, and they're just going to flood CT. But already something's going to catch Shin. Can they try and disrupt these final players? It's going to be a playthrough back on short as well. Magnum going to be flashed off the angle. You can already see the smokes be coming up here. The diffuse is going to be starting. It does get denied. Going to be dragged away. Monnier, something. PRX looking for. No way. Come off it. Come off it. You got 5 rounds. Relax a little. What are they up to?
It's always the same PRX underneath. It's just...
What is that?
The crazy thing is, it always almost looks like that's the plan, that's the call. Somebody's saying that. Like, I gotta reload. Oh, I'm gonna knife him. I'm gonna knife him.
Look at him! Look at him! Screaming. I can't believe it.
Well, that's how they kick off the second half.
Oh no, I'm nervous now. They're just gonna do PRX things like.
Ooh.
Hello.
Not seen unconfirmed, but a ton of damage. That's a Monnier.
Oh, God.
Mindfreak caught on. I don't know what he was caught on there. Smoke out something?
I don't know, but he looked lost in the source. Monnier, fortunately, though, going to make up for it and kind of bail out the player by door as well. This is. Do you know what, Mike? I'll leave you to the analysis on this one.
There's action coming now.
No, look, it's time.
Plant's going to come through. Martine looking for something, but.
Find something.
Going to happen. Yeah, find something on the other end of it. The Ray post up close to it. Just yet could do some damage.
And again, good damage. Oh dear. Falls to divide. These rounds are getting weird. Shin left in a 1v2. Can he make something out of it? He might just be able to. Something with a judge and Shin with a dream. He knows it. He knows he's close by. What the hell can Shin do? Oh, a nice try. Something. Making sure he's dead, by the way.
It's just cleared about 8 different angles in half a second here. It's such an awkward spot here underneath C site. But yeah, was Mindfree looking to smoke something because he's out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, just
side.
drifting.
Must be just come out of sending a smoke somewhere. So it looked like he was reloading, but that was him just pulling back out the bulldog.
Yeah, that was really weird on B. I don't know what happened. That whole round was just, you know, all out there. 8-6.
Carmichael looking to continue pressuring towards Mount here. It's a switch up, something on the other side of this.
Well, I don't feel like something's going to do some nasty work here.
He's hanging around.
Yeah, okay, just...
Get out!
Yeah, run.
Get out!
What the hell is going
Wah,
on?
menang gini ya. Ya guys, gue balik lagi guys. Aduh, menang ya guys ya. Ternyata ya. Alright. Monyet lumayan juga nih. Tapi monyet kalau smoker defense kalau controller defense-nya bagus banget sih. Aduh.
in the danger zone. As soon as this opens up though, it's a two-way street.
Magnum
Ya, ketahuan dong di situ.
get played in on this. It's Shin with the spam to catch him. And now the odds are looking less and less likely for PRX to close that gap, but you can never write these guys out. Shin just controlling on the site, they'll really keep it
Wah,
above.
anjir.
Magnum denies the door.
96 nih,
The
guys.
options for Mind Freak have pretty much
Aduh.
dissipated for those last couple of kills.
Yeah, and going to be weird coming out of this round as well because it's more
Aduh, udah beli vandal lagi ya.
left in the bank, but Casey's round
Tadi
win
kan
here
4 ya,
almost gives
berarti
them
2 round ya. Ini 3 round. Anjir.
to double down on this.
Something habis lagi duitnya. Dipaksa beli tadi ya.
First ult cycle just about coming on.
Aduh.
So yeah, narrate 2 away, Shin 1 off the TP. Magnum and Martin.
Ada. Rungkat gini ya, guys ya.
Something expecting to have the Blade Storm at least here by
Aigo.
550. It's like actually considering throwing everything in here. It's Forsakenness to concern that far away from the showstopper as well. He's only got a sheriff. Switch up here from KC though.
Good luck, Divine. There is hightailing it away, which is probably the right call. Now, if you're Carmine Core, you're still going to do somewhat of a diligent clear. You can't be too lackadaisical about it, but there's a pace to them. They want to get this early starting quite quickly. Going to note the player towards topside CT. There is a lot more there now. Narrate, though, going to take away something.
Udah masuk nih, guys. Something ada mati lagi.
He's willing for a fight. This guy's almost welcoming the fight. They haven't gone for the plant yet, so this is getting
Aduh, Forsaken-nya lompat mati, guys. Guys, ini 10-6 sih, guys. Justru aduh.
It's punished. It's picked apart by Carmine Core. And it's a flawless round to find double digits.
Kan apa kata gue kan susah kan, guys. Defense-nya.
For PRX. We know there's no timeouts. There's no opportunity to take a breather.
Mereka tuh nggak ada ini, guys. Nggak ada sentinel.
Carmine Core really starting to dial up the pressure here.
Nggak ada hero yang nge-delay loh.
Back to almost our starting point of this entire matchup is it's the question of
Udah pasrah Aleknya, Cok.
terrifying when they are in, you know, that full fight and flight mode, just flying at you across map. Here,
Gak jadi gebrak meja, Cok.
in that regard, whereas KC starting to hit towards where they want. Late swing comes out and they're hunting them down. Already PRX not going to take the foot off the gas by any means.
Gak jadi gebrak meja.
So this drift from dear. Advise to be careful though.
Yeah, no chance to get that weapon cycled across. Should have a ton of information of how much presence there was towards C. PRX haven't necessarily rotated just yet. But now, actually, yeah, the rifle is retrieved.
Asli. Gue masih ngakak aja. Alek nggak jadi gebrak meja, Cok.
Backfilling that space though, you're gonna see something try and maybe thread the needle, but look at the spike. Look where it's heading. Great read.
Katanya sabar. Puasa.
PRX have taken the bait. And enough time will pass here where they have a chance to at least get back on.
Lucu sih tadi anjir. Nggak jadi gebrak meja deh, Cok.
And plenty of opportunities. Shin now in a position to play spoiler.
Waduh.
From something, but not noted.
4 through door though. That's a lot of players there. Martin this time in the position Magnum was in before.
Udah lah, guys.
Again, they don't have the weaponry to really close this down. You can see that late.
Nggak ada timeout lagi kan?
But they've had no success elsewhere. I'm just eyeing up Monye.
Masken lagi, Asen ya, Aduh, Asen
What
lagi.
is this man up to? He's got to beat Martin and he's got to do it fast. Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh, tinggal Martin,
What's
Cok.
the plan here? There's no time for this. This feels.
Nice banget.
Wait.
Aduh. No.
Close.
Aduh.
Mati, Cok. Oh, it was way more than that. I know. I was like, it was like a second off here.
Ah.
Huh? KC find 11 though.
Bloody hell, what a game. This is.
Wah, anjir.
Got a little close, didn't it?
Yeah. A little touch and go.
Gue pengen ngeliat reaksi Alek lagi, Cok.
Martin to fall first.
Yeah.
Then actually
Nggak diliatin nih.
pays off.
Right. Go back in this time with the buy though. Just coming up for PRX, but still. It's still
Ayolah,
the
PRX.
hard part. TP gets taken and committed to
Buy ini, round buy.
CT. He can confirm site's clear. Just gotta be careful.
Wah, hilang dah.
Full side.
Itu tuh. Set C-nya langsung hilang tuh. Harusnya ada satu yang ngedelay loh.
Going down uncontested.
Harusnya satu jaga di C gitu smokernya. Kata gua sih ya, aduh, udahlah guys ya, ente lah ya guys ya, kata gua. Udah ente sih guys, nggak bisa guys. Nah, ini nggak bisa guys. Nggak bisa. Udahlah, berjumpa di map ketiga ya guys ya. Aduh, nggak bisa sih.
Let's take away Mind Freak. There's just no mercy in these players. After map 1, after what was being done to them, they've come back with an answer.
But a much more convincing map victory it will feel like as well.
Yes.
I mean, Eng saying, you know, yeah, you don't know what to do. We don't know what to do versus a team like this. We've never been tested like this. To still come out of map 1 with a 13-10 and then play like this on Lotus.
Ya bener sih, monyet udah pakai omen aja udah, bener.
Puts faith back in the system, doesn't it? Stepping up to the plate here. This map, you could argue, was one of the crowning jewels of their map pool throughout regular play. But
Ini kalau 12-6 bisa ke comeback sih, bisa OT sih. Kagum gua. Wah, anjir.
They absolutely don't. Forsaken gonna take down Shin. Not gonna get oh my god, there's a lot of players. Only gonna get
so much damage.
But he can't make it away. Martin
Tinggal 2 dong.
right down low. And something is behind them.
Ya anjir, ngapa ada something dah. Ngelihatnya kayak gitu ya.
Now there was one. Monye with a judge and 3 players.
Malah kece, cok kayaknya.
Try and recover a weapon here. Fully reset for the 1v3 elsewhere.
Kece sih itu.
Martin down to 56, Narrate on 42.
Ini kalau kelar sih Cahaya, gua sumpah Cahaya.
Definitely a chance. I mean, he's got the right read on this as well. He's going to be in a position pretty close by when this plant does come.
Tapi low semua sih Cahaya, lah bisa Cahaya. Aduh, ada kayak ginian lagi ya. Aduh, kenapa nih?
God, where did that just go?
I don't know, but Monye's got played in here. That's a freebie. And now there's problem.
Aduh, Martinnya panas banget hari ini, cok, kepala. Ada map 3 dah. Udah pasti map 3 sih, guys. Udah pasti map 3 dah. Emang udah map 3 sih. Apalagi? Bener gak? Aduh. Gua juga pusing ngelihatnya ya guys ya. Nah ini map 3 harusnya bisa sih Asen oke lah, it's okay lah Asen. PRX good for good di Asen cok, for good. Tapi monyetnya jangan dikasih razi udah. Gua nggak percaya cok. Oke lah. Aigo. Ini kalau kalah pulang nggak sih? Apa ada lower ya? Pulang nggak? Apa ngelawan EDG guys? Kayaknya pulang dah. Worried for Alex, someone check is. Itu komenan tweetnya lucu-lucu juga ya. I lost sacrificing myself for. I love Jason Santo. PRX win. Feel like PRX team was raising for loads well play.
Carmine Core managed to bring it back 13-6, and it felt like PRX were all out of sorts because Carmine Core just put them in their place. Now we get ready for a map 3, and we'll see what both of these teams opt to bring out. As this is it, do or die now.
I wish you all the best,
BO1.
bro. Let's go map 3 coy.
It's all about what's ahead. Of course, Golden Boy Hero, Mimi, and Kukuka. And I mean, just this game has just been like so topsy-turvy, it feels like. But for Carmine Core, they looked overall damn good on Lotus.
Definitely a recovery from what happened on the first match. Again, of the first map, sorry. Again, we see the KC that is very good, understanding what is necessary in the map, and also more specifically, understanding of how to break this composition that has so many holes. You're playing on a map that has 3 sides with no sentinel. You don't even have a Viper, right? You're playing that double duelist with double controller. But
betul nggak tuh kata gua?
There was a lot of things that were lacking on that defensive side. The PRX could only surpass by doing one thing, and is being aggressive.
Yeah, I feel like that fundamentally a lot of the issues with PRX come back to this composition. And in particular, I think that Carmine Core called a really excellent defensive side around it. They were playing these really passive style, letting PRX get onto these sites knowing that they only have that sky so they have nothing to stall you out once they're into the site, and setting up and playing these beautiful set retakes. And most of the time, honestly, PRX, they're not the most disciplined team. They're going to be fighting forward, they're going to be taking risks into you, and Carmine Core was capitalizing off of that, and then fighting back in and winning these rounds. Even the last 2 of the half, throwing in some forward aggression to spice things up. I thought this was a beautiful set of calls from Magnum, and I mean, yeah, just look at it. When you have this comp, you just don't have the util to fight back through against these really oppressive retakes. And I mean, the poor guy didn't even know he had no bullets there.
I think there's also the heat of the moment, right? He's pushing with the operator, he's pushing with his ultimate. He gets the kill and he's like, okay, I have my shorty, let me get a kill with this. Shoots onto the other gun, and it's not until the smoke is there.
To me, for me, I got pulled into the allure of PRX. These last 2 maps we've watched of them. Last night on Split, this first map as well. These guys are so good. They can run around. They can play any comp. They can kill anyone. They're the best team in the world. And then you remember that they play double duelist, no Sentinel, no Viper on Lotus, and they're playing one of the best Lotus teams in the world.
Yep.
And it kind of brings you back down to earth a little bit, right? Because for all of the you get shot, you die, sometimes you get out-called and you pick a comp that is outclassed by your opponent.
I would love to ask them what made them make this last moment change, right? The go in and swapping things around a little bit on this map, and actually taking it this direction. Out of all the directions that it could have gone, why this one?
Yeah, well, I mean, it seemed like the direction that they were going in was straight into the
Ascent.
to the gun, to the bullets of Narrate, honestly.
Directly into Ascent.
And directly to Ascent. But let's talk about Narrate. Young man is going up on that stage right now and really lighting it up.
Marah
He's
tuh Alex.
top ranking in the server across both
Gue
leagues.
yang lucu yang Alex yang nggak jadi gebrak meja, cok. Apa deh?
Remember the NA Tier 2 star showing up to EMEA, winning there, and honestly, he's been so good at the international as well. In map 1, playing the raid, following up off of his teammates' Yorwalls, and here as well, I mean, just ruining Alex's day with some of these clutches.
I am loving this montage because it's just Narrate playing with such an important and key part. The information definite to opponents, and Alex just losing it every single round. There were some rounds the PRX were winning, and Alex was just not happy with it. He was like, no, this was not the way, this was not what I thought. But definitely something that we need to keep in mind is that, okay, that happened, it is over. It is surprising that it has been this one-sided, and I would say both maps have been this one-sided, and still the scores do not resemble it as good. But then in Ascent, I feel that we also have bigger questions for both of these teams, right? Because Casey only played it once during the kickoff, and it was a very funky composition, very much in the PRX style.
Yes.
That doesn't really suit them, right? So the question is, moving into this third map, what composition are we going to see?
Let's see it. Do they continue with the crazy comp we saw, or do they go to normalcy? No, something different. They're playing a triple initiator comp. We've seen this in the past. PRX ran this comp in Tier 2 NA. M80 nearly won Ascension playing this comp. It is a very strong composition built off these util combos, and if you're a team not expecting it, it's honestly really hard to play against. Very aggressive, extremity reclears on defense, and very, very strong retakes.
Yeah, exactly. Look at it. The Omen, the Breach, the KO, so much utility. Even Tomasi, right? Everything to help Martin in this situation. Narrate, we know what he can do in all of this initiators, but for me, this map for them is a new frontier. As I'm saying, no Sentinel for either of these teams. Yes, PRX has that Viper.
Well, it's been a comeback already for Common Core on this second map. The squad who impressed everyone in EMEA has made it this far. Now they're in an elimination game. It's either them or PRX for that last spot in the final, in the playoffs.
Darn right, Mimi. It's do or die. Let's see how the chips fall here and who's going to be sent home. Let's send it back over to Hypoc and Pansy for the call.
Yeah, the final map of the series.
Ya Allah guys ya, Asken ya bisa ya 3 ya.
Final time map and match itself, which feels ridiculous that we could be losing one of these two. Such high hopes for Carmine Core coming into this, and PRX almost just a legacy team.
Yeah, the seasoned veterans really of this matchup here.
Ya.
Carmine Core definitely looking for their first big international scalp to really claim, and what an accolade it will be.
Oh yeah.
To come out on top in an elimination game. PRX started off slow here, the Prowler. Identify presence.
Ascen sih harusnya
Again, really eyes on Magnum.
for good lah untuk PRX. For good lah.
Mid-round swing for KC in this composition.
And
Yeah,
look
fault
at that
line's
pitch.
perfect.
But still, they get damage done, to be fair, but it feels like they were able to at least keep some alive. That looked almost like a death wish going
For good
through.
lah untuk PRX.
Sight looking at least able to have a plant towards it, but the pop flash through the smoke was so good. Lovely work from Narrate there. Just one left alive. Paint shell could be good actually. Gonna leave him scrambling. Yeah, there's opportunity.
Nggak apa-apa, Cok.
But
Kalah
one
Ron.
player who's not affected is really Shin. All eyes. Oh, perfect. Come on, you gotta get a. Oh, show me something. Oh, I believed for a moment there with the HP being lower. A chance beckoned. Wasn't to be. Carmine Core gonna get the first here.
The problem is with this composition, KC have so many opportunities to re-engage, to catch your timing, catch PRX off guard. In round one, definitely already an indication of that. PRX got to have their wits about them. Like you said, in that chaos, able to get a trade back, but So there's just a ton of utility to work with here. Might be a little bit of an exchange here towards A main. It's all retrieved here. Monnier. Back on the raise again and questions about just how turbulent some of these composition changes are.
Ya
It
monyetnya.
must be brutal as a player to be kind of, almost getting whiplash from this sort of back and forth roll-wise. But again, Monnier map 1 was exceptional. Really highlight credit to his
Ini yang defend
capability, but map
siapa
2,
sih?
I mean, wasn't exactly the headline star, but they've actually
Oh,
got
Aceh ya.
themselves a site here.
Defend ya.
Monnier's got himself into as well. Tucked into market. Mazzy. Good timing on the reveal here. Gonna have his hands full. Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Monyet udah bagus sih posisinya, guys.
Anything as he considered it.
Ya mati nih.
No naughtiness here. Spike planted. Now all of the PRX players are going to be locked on that site.
Timingnya jelek banget gitu. Mati lagi nih. Dah.
No uncertainty about that. Forsaken falls. This is just going to get very difficult. They can't really.
Mati lagi nih. Tuh, dapat 2 kan. Mati nih. Nah.
Overwhelmed. 5 alive and a defuse on the board.
Aduh.
And tough for Monnier, really gets himself into a very dangerous position here, but weaponry and well played to Mazzy to back up.
Gak apa-apa, guys.
Once again, which has been the approach time and time again for Carmine Court. Allow this PRX play style to really fizzle out. Looking clinical on the retake.
Apa ya? Gua jujur aja kalau di aset itu defense-nya enak banget.
Sure they can get done.
Aset defense enak.
Productivity potentially here from KC. Confirmation on the other side now. Martin.
Ya nggak kecek
So
kok.
Mazzy unchecked though.
Bahaya nih keceknya.
Surely, right?
Tunggu mundur.
They're not going to continue on that pathing, but a little bit of a glance there from Martin.
Ya, monyet mati nih.
Kind of freeze him up in position, right? Store comes into
Ya nggak kecek lagi tuh.
He notes there's more than one player here. Owl is not finding some of the players in the corner, but it doesn't matter. Top middle is the end goal.
Dia mati lagi nih.
Martin's waiting. They actually outdo him there. A nice opportunity, but it closes, and Shin just going to try and play forward. Paranoia landed.
Nice, Davai.
Yeah, thought he had that one. Not the case. PRX. 5 standing, couple of them lower.
Ya mati lagi tuh.
To draw blood. Something on the trade out, and now sweeps his way through middle.
Anjir, timing banget ya. Di market, guys. Tapi langsung, udah, gua gak mau lihat sih.
Very good, and Forsaken has to respect that.
Being shown, yeah.
No one's on stairs or close by. Considers main now, considers lane. He's going through all those options. Just a flash to choose.
Nice, Forsaken.
I think was unaffected by
Untung gak mati, coy. Itu kalau ketembak itu mati udah gila juga.
respect being shown there and knowing who you're up against.
Nice, bonus run menang ya.
2 rifles maintained through this. But Monnier, great progress towards the showstopper here. KC in a position
Ini sih
I guess
bahaya itu tadi.
towards short. They know it's a fake. KC know that this is the plan all along.
Tapi kalau lawan Sentinel kayaknya agak susah sih, berat sih PRX. Lawan AG aja, aduh. Ya mati semua tuh. Martin, ngeri banget ya. Lagi panas nih Martin kata gua. Gila juga.
For Carmine Core in map 3.
So Magnum really the power player in this composition. Going to apply so much supportive utility to both sides. In this position towards Fountain, towards Spawn, and another example already.
Dia bisa 2 gitu gimana dia? Itu ke blend bisa kena anjir. The hell man. Itu ke blend semua loh. Gua nggak habis pikir anjir. Nggak habis pikir nih. Hoki banget tuh orang ya. Ke blend loh itu. Mana ke blend anjir.
That was Bayer shouting yes.
That's what the analyst desk is there for. That sort of information coming in hot. Appreciate you.
Iya, panas banget cuy Martin coy.
But there has been PRX
Gimana ya?
They don't have a grip on this one, and I've got to say, in my mind,
a recurring trend, honestly, of early timeouts.
Yes.
They're almost hitting the panic button, not letting wanting things to spiral out of control.
But also in my mind, this wasn't a map that I'd really seen Carmine Core lean on throughout regular season.
No, I mean EMEA, what was it? It was a hard-fought overtime versus Vitality with a different composition, yes.
So
but definitely not something you look at as a comfort pick, but potentially if this is the composition that, I mean, it has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Itu padahal ke blend semua loh tadi loh. Si Martin ya gila. Bisa gitu, cok. Makan apa tuh orang anjir?
Gotta be careful in this sort of round though. Narrates sticking to this fight. Didn't want to back away, but has to be cautious. The sheriffs are out, and that rifle would have been a prized possession to bring into the clutches. But slow working.
Anjir, ngapa sih something?
Just that tempered aggression every now and then thrown in. A dash of it. Controls mid and Narrate feeling this, confident now, willing to fight and willing to win. Two big picks. Even mind free.
Bungkat.
Really in a position to make much of this. Losing one in mid and two by A main doesn't give you a great deal of.
Gila kepala gitu ya guys ya. Wah anjir. Wah kacau. Absen udah. Kacau.
Speaking of recurring trends, flawless so far by KC, sparring that one blip in round 3, feeling very, very comfortable for them. Ultimate's coming online now for PRX. Forsaken Monye and something.
Kacau sih guys, bener kacau cok. Ini bisa di kali 2 ya. Apa gua refresh ya? Kayaknya di refresh dulu guys.
Challenge it. 14 unafraid. Take a little bit of a fight. He does have, of course, Magnum there with
him. Anjir.
This is dangerous. Now,
ulti dong, please.
What the hell was that? The paranoia is going to go. Was one of the players ahead of it. Waiting to see.
Nggak kena ya. Nice banget monyet. I love you so much. Wah, anjing.
I can't believe it. This guy is just
monyet, I love you so much.
What a round from him.
A flawless in response. The no command actually gets popped there. I'm not sure of the exact timing. The showstopper went off, right? Did he get an extra boost in midair from the showstopper being shot down?
Maybe. Show me this again.
He did, yeah. He got an extra boost off it. That is wild.
That
almost like a second satchel.
Yeah. That laugh is terrifying. That scared me to my core. What a way to nullify that confidence, put him back potentially.
Anjir.
To work forward.
Lawan nah.
Team just got caught at the end of that. That's going to remove his ability to find impact and maybe paint a little picture of the adjustment he was going for on short.
Wah, something Gecko OP ya biasa seperti biasa ya guys ya.
Something will be rewarded here. And these reclearances through our main started around 30 seconds in here. Like you said, KC happy to post up for these fights. Tomazi lucky to get away.
Ada ulti sih si ini Tomazi, jadi bahaya banget. Nice banget cok, something.
Some more space cleared through here for PRX. Information garnered on the back of that as well.
Lama banget plantingnya ya. Ah, bahaya banget. Nice. Something nice banget something. Aduh. Kena kaki.
Oh, something falls away. They've opened up a bit of space here. 3v3.
Nice.
Mind Freak needs to fill that void, and he
Nice.
does it well. What can these players do though? Shin down low.
Nice, monyet.
Okay, that probably wasn't the plan, but Tomás
Nice.
just gonna follow suit, falls.
Plan dong.
PRX
Kagak di plan ya?
alive.
Oh, udah ya, udah di plan ya.
Springboarding off the back of that
Gue sadar sih.
They beautifully done an opportunity to fight their way back in. I think maybe Shin thinking that Tomasi had cut enough audio that he could get away with such a TP.
Oh, ini tipis banget sih, guys.
Magnum
Obviously that jumping shot.
Wah, ini sih anjir hampir.
came straight out of 2021, that peak. Wrong agent, but something still making it work. What is up?
Carmine Core pumping the brakes right back in.
Langsung time out.
Feeling
Ya
it
lah,
time,
wajar
slow
lah.
things down a little, have a chat,
Emang harus time
check
out
back
sih
in.
itu si
And again, if you watch the regular season so far, at least
I mean-
kickoff, you would know that if there's a call coming that he didn't like from Magnum potentially, or they made a choice before, they didn't quite like the direction they were leaning in, he'd happily try and chime in and offer his opinion instead. And Eng is one of those respected, but it does seem as though it's mostly the players having a chat. Eng's very quiet in this. Yeah, mostly coming out from Magnum
Yeah,
then.
Magnum leading the discussion. And awareness shown here from PRX, the way something's creeping up mid here to try and isolate Magnum all the way in spawn. You see they're trying to rectify the issue. I guess negate some of that mid-round power that they have with this composition.
You noted those 6 assists earlier, he hasn't had one since.
Yeah.
So he's losing a little bit of that efficiency in these rounds in comparison to the start where he felt almost omnipresent, right? Like
gue besok aja kayak nanti malam aja main
interesting to see that
horror ya.
dynamic shift there.
Kayaknya ini udah jam berapa nih?
PRX getting
Jam
spiked,
2
not
sih.
committed, so makes me feel as if it's going to be a slow approach here. Try and put this operator into the mix. Oh, well, say that. Monye's all the way up short now. Boombot will go in, but won't spot
Nice
Narrate,
banget,
but a wide
monyet.
swing will. Narrate
Monyet
caught
panas sih, guys.
completely off guard by this aggression.
And Tomasi,
Terima kasih monyet, kaulah sahabat sejati aku.
feeling a false sense of security is just around that corner. Something clearing as he goes. Worried about CT, but it's Tomasi close by. That Prowler is very indicative of presence. He knows they're on the
Aduh.
bailout. Martin gonna find the mid presence. Monye
Masih
falls.
OP juga, nice.
Didn't get that timing right. Divide already over towards lane, and the
Oh,
side will
OP-nya
be
bahaya
closing.
banget sih.
PRX is
Ini
bound.
Martin bahaya banget OP-nya, guys.
Come in uncontested here.
Still got somebody disconnected as well. A couple more players, something. The operator posting
Something
up
nice.
here.
Aduh.
It's Martin to
Gue
find
kira
another pick.
kena, cok.
Yeah, this guy's on it.
Udah nice bye gua.
Oh, I thought he had that. I thought he might have
Nice.
had it. Forsaken's trying to hit up though in a 1v1. Forsaken up against Magnum. Forsaken's read him. He's in.
Nice.
Oh, he's just done him in. Forsaken's gonna bring that scoreline right back up. Carmine Core thought they had maybe this
Nice.
map on wrap, but it's absolutely
Gila,
not the
jantung
case.
gua mau copot anjir main nonton ginian ya. Lah itu ditinggal tuh kata gua Spike. Wah, ini gua kira udah kena loh, something loh, nggak kena ya. Wah, ini nih. Nggak expect sih itu Magnum, dikiranya udah pergi ke bawah tuh. Aduh, monyetnya pede banget ya.
Starting to calibrate what's going on in these rounds. Starting to assess what they're up against. But it's not just one attempt, it's 2, potentially 3 more.
Wah, mati lagi nih kata gua, per second.
Has he got more? Not this time. Shin now left wondering, do I swing it, do I wait? But the Prowler goes
Nice.
past, but Divide
Nice.
still checks. Just such
Aduh,
good
nice.
heads-up work. Narrate can only do so much.
Nice. Ya udahlah, menang nih. Harusnya menang sih. Kalau nggak menang gila juga sih. Main freak. Kayak main freak.
Well, no, the TP comes through regardless.
Nice banget main freak.
Mind Freak will find the killing blow. PRX their 5th.
Bisa nih 84 nih atau enggak 75.
To that position to try and take this
84 atau 75
engagement,
bisa.
trying to counterbalance that early round aggression.
Untung dicek ini loh. Yang di situ untung dicek tadi.
Able to follow
Sama
through.
Davai.
curious
Pusing dah itu.
we'll see from KC whether or not they
Pusing ya bang,
following through with some of this
pusing
utility
kata
at the
gua mah.
start of the round, denying some of the space because
Let's go PRX.
relying on some sort of indicator.
Timing banget ya.
PRX to show presence first and trying to play very reactive
Ngasih rungkat sih mereka ya.
Magnum's utility.
Nice banget.
Monet just sweeps past Narrate, decides there's lots more present on towards short, though that could prove a problem on the cross with the spike potentially, but yeah, door's gonna be shut, so there's gonna be that safety net put into place. Plant's now down, and already in a 5v4, this is difficult to play back into.
Waduh Martin panas banget ya. Ini yang gua demen nih. Apa dah, astaga. Apa dah Martin dah, gak jelas banget cok Martin cok. Musik kepala gua coy, liat Martin coy.
Position is not considered, but strength in numbers here for KC on the back of Martin's heroics.
Martin was one of the missing pieces of the KC puzzle in some of their weaker games. If he had an off game, it wasn't quite feeling the same, but he's starting to spark a little here.
Bahaya nih.
Around in a drought.
Ada OP cuy Martinnya cuy.
Early utility gonna force that open engagement. And Martin waiting. This guy's been on it. Does he get another chance here? He can't stick around too long. Does have to finally relinquish. And wow, that was an attempt from Monye, but there's too much presence there.
Hang on, the pin comes through onto Shin. A ton of reveals going through.
Wah anjir, ngapa ngumpul di situ semua ya per second ya? Apa? PRX ya? Nice. Wah anjir. Gak jelas. 6-6 nih kayaknya. Atau 75 beneran apa ya?
KC back in the lead now.
Well, Mindfreak's got the pit there. Nobody from PRX able to get the plant down, and obviously once that pit comes through, it's that blanket of security. KC able to get ahead of the curve here. Again, the doors removed so quickly that was it. 3 players huddled onto switch here.
Let's go. Keep the energy up. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Nice shit.
Energy up, let's go. Gila, penyemangat juga ya. Gila, disemangatin sih.
Weaponry available for PRX. Do have the pit as mentioned, but no other tools.
What a close affair, but Martin could get his opportunity to shine again. Playing towards middle here. I think noting presence. There is late pressure towards A main potentially as well. This is hard to read. Hard to gamble.
6-6 lah, biar enak lah defend. 6-6 udah paling oke lah. Tapi defend emang enak sih kalau di apa namanya? Asian. Kalian juga bisa ngeliat lah ya itu pikan agennya, agen PRX dengan agen Carmen ya. Itu emang agen-agen untuk ini coy, agen apa? Agen defense ya. Gila Odinnya di situ coy. Itu diambil sama ini dah kayak. Bakalan diambil sama Forsaken coy.
I mean, they have players on site, so they
know that the plant's not going to be. If somebody can get across the A site, wah, nice banget Narate. Mati. Per second, nice.
Yeah, Magnum, this is it, that stall. That is huge.
Wah, anjir Magnum. Wah, anjing 75 beneran, cok kata gua. Tapi yang 75 malah KC-nya, cok.
And because nothing else has really gone on in this round, Magnum has everything to close the door on short.
Magnum, what the fuck is that?
PRX getting lost in the clock here. I thought KC were potentially going to be behind this. But it's absolutely beautiful.
That's dreamy for Magnum there, isn't it? So they keep the lead on the half.
Dari 3 ya. Kenapa lah dari 3? Gue heran tuh rotate-nya malah ke 3 ya. Aduh.
Hello guys, I'm Aaron, known as my freaking game, and I play.
Ada Aaron coy.
Yeah, so basically I think Monyet took it personally, or maybe like this is the first time he get like talk in front of his face, that kind of stuff. Maybe like he took it personally. So basically every time we won a round in split on the third map, and he's like screaming or whatever stuff, I say like count down, you know, because like the match haven't ended yet. So yeah, I mean it's part of the game. I mean he tried his best to take us down, but personally I don't really bother at all, because I was just like smiling at him.
Around players, plenty of them ready for the targets here. Heads could pop and heads could come clean off. Still watching, and damage low enough. One shot in the chamber. Monier sends it.
The bottom line was we're just not informed like last year. We had this conversation like yesterday or 2 days ago. That's why our split today was a little bit better, because we changed the comp for second play race. Monyet said that he doesn't comfortable playing race in split. So yeah, I think we definitely improve like a bit, because now I think everyone playing their comfortable role, and I feel like it's a good match, because maybe people trying to underestimate us. But
gila, Aaron ganteng juga ya, kata gue.
This is the final map I was hoping for, Mike. I want a game from both of these where we see the best of their capability, seeing Carmichael picking up afterwards. A little bit of an issue there, tipping the scales right back in their hands, but PRX still feisty, still fired up. This is an elimination game. Only one of these two teams will carry on forward. So everything has to come out in this half. This is the final half of play, unless we get OT.
See how KC look to apply his composition in the second half here. Martin is revealed here. Well, maybe a little bit of a miscommunication. I don't think anybody else was spotted. Only him marked. We're going to force a rotation early on. We'll draw out a smoke on A main. So does Monier looking to shoulder that. A bit of a standoff here. The 60-second marker approaches. KC drift towards what looks like a B-side execute here for the pistol.
Nah, ini menang ini. Asen menang lah.
Flash for the front part of sight. C's did come in, didn't connect. Narrate then going to try and reveal who's towards the back of the side itself, and he's going to get one, so they don't quite know about who is it. It's Forsaken. Yeah, that's a surprise. They didn't get the information on. Great trade for Narrate, but Mindfreak now takes that time to play out. Really playing.
Nice kepala. Aduh. Enggak menang. Santai. Wah, gila.
I mean, this is exactly the same amount of time that was left on the clock for PRX to make the same rotation in the last round of the first half. Martin tagged up down to 51, Shin at 74, but they might just get the plant ahead of Mindfreak here.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, they're going to get the plant down. Mindfreak close, but not close enough. 40 HP, but he's here. He's going to spot one.
Spotted.
And now has to peel away for a second. I think right choice to wait for something to get close enough by to maybe work on some of the picks they get potentially. I think that door got shut. What do they do about it now? Spamming out towards CT.
Gak apa-apa lah, kalah pistol gak apa-apa sih. Wah, anjing something banget. Udah lah intel lah.
Starting off the second half here with a bang.
Enough damage done to make something, and Mindfreak's chances of closing this out, I guess flipping this back in their favor, a little too difficult.
Yeah.
Carmichael very cautious of PRX starting off the second half explosively. Always gotta be
Wah,
the
gila timing
consideration for
banget ya.
them.
Sama-sama bareng-barengan, Cok.
To win this one out in the end. Gonna switch up here just to Mazzy over towards B. Information gather towards mid and outside B main, but nothing confirmed just yet. Door of A site wide open though. It's just Divide over towards short. We tuck behind this smoke now.
They've pretty much cleared everything else, so they should be pretty heads up that short was the only pressure point. But a late plant has allowed for rotation to come in. They've got it down now. PRX make anything of this. The two sheriffs I'm keeping my eyes on with Mind Freak and Divide. They're gonna get themselves into that smoke. They've at least crossed
Timing
that
kayak
first
gini
threshold.
malah justru mereka nggak ini ya, nggak ngeflank ya.
Really close down on the two players in hell, so Divide
Malah lewat heaven semua, Cok. Wah, anjir ente lah ini, guys. Susah guys, ente guys.
not getting much play. Yeah, this is looking
Nggak apa-apa lah ya, force buy ya.
Carmine Koch convert the second.
Apa namanya, Eko lah, lagi Eko lah, nggak apa-apa lah. Ini full buy nih. Odin lajo. Odin tuh kata gue ya. Odin guys, for second.
Lead the charge here, threw away from the Blade Storm as well, so good early progress. PRX need to answer back.
Odin tuh kata gue, anjir. Pilihan terakhir sih.
KC already knocking on the door of double digits.
Ini for second mau nyepray nih.
Do PRX look to explore outside?
Ya, timing banget ya.
You'd imagine not in the hands of Forsaken. A three-man stack towards A site behind this Viper wall. But
Wah, kena tuh.
Monty looking to close the gap as well.
Oh, that's still uncomfortable there.
Ya, ketahuan dong.
Kind of evading detection on the other side of it, but Monnier going to be feeling that scrutiny on the side though. Playing behind Dice, he's got to be careful that they couldn't creep up towards Jen, but
look at this though. KC getting very aggressive.
Odin, ayo Odin. The power of Odin. Keluarkan Odinmu. Nice. Nice. Itulah yang gue suka, Cok. Nice Odin.
Yeah, felt very comfortable for PRX to
Nice.
KC making the right noises, getting aggressive towards shore, pushing all the way.
I love that, bro. Rapi banget, bro. Ini nih rapi nih. Nice. Why back.
it's a good opportunity though, and if you pay PRX, you'll take it with both hands. A lot of the early round, gotta say, Carmine Koch have been having their way really though. There hasn't been much play back in now. Starting to see maybe at least a
Nggak berani mereka ke B, ada for second, Cok. Pakai Odin. Ke A mau nggak mau sih. Nyebelin banget sih emang Odin ya. Ah, nice banget monyet. I love you so much monyet. Nice banget main freak. Nice banget main freak. Ini harusnya 7 sih. Poin 7 udah pasti sih, guys. Mereka rotin lagi tuh. Ya,
Shin spotted here with a jump peek as well. PRX looking very well coordinated here in the second half, Lauren.
Nice banget something. Udah ini shaping sih, guys. Shaping Phantom sih. Yang shaping Phantom sih udah. Lah, ngapa dikejar, Cok? Astagfirullahaladzim. Main freak. Aduh.
Get out with he came in with 7. Oh dear, don't go that side. Something's there, Shin keeps it, but that
ngeri juga ya, malah dikejar, Cok.
We've had 2 now consecutive rounds that has forced Carmine Koch into a timeout.
PRX will have the upper hand in terms of these
Nice.
first ultimates coming
Ini
on
Aron,
as well, but
ini main freak mantap banget sih Aron sih.
hold on A side here, particularly towards short, where the focal point seems to be for Carmine Court. There's Monye on the other side of this as well to counterbalance that, shutting down A main. Happy to stand his ground and fight.
Time out tuh kata gua.
They just can't dislodge him.
No. And the way he was able to offset the timing with that was just fantastic. Allowed them all to clear back through short, give them that full focus once they swept back through. It's what you'd be after. Now this time you can see Eng being far more involved. Last round it was Magnum being far more vocal. This time Eng is getting involved here, which again, if you're maybe not watching MEA, original coach of Gambit, you know, he's coming with a big CV here. He's got some big names behind him, very highly revered in his job. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with as the next question mark for Carmine Court to try and work on.
So maybe a strategic adjustment here instead. Zeng to take charge of the timeout. Blade Storm burnt up, not necessarily a massive issue. Fun's still there to support some weaponry for Carmine Court. The other side, things actually Monye and Mindfreak building up towards their ultimate.
Nah ini malah jadi ini cok, petakan nih kata gua. Ini bisa nih, ini jadi petakan nih. Ini per second langsung nyepray di situ kan Odinnya. Mereka nggak expect juga sih. Mungkin dikira mereka Odinnya udah nggak ada sih. Mati tuh kata gua. Oh, enggak deh, nggak mati deh ya. Nggak mati sih guys. Wah udah masuk lagi dia. Aduh, nice banget PRX Mort. Nice banget something. Wah Odinnya diambil tuh kata gua. Ya kagak ketahuan tuh. Ya nggak ketahuan cok. Ya. Aduh.
Monye tries to evade it, tries to keep undetected. Tomasi so close to the
Nice monyet.
PRX take another step closer.
Right down to the wire though. Tomasi
bisa nih monyet. Ini loh, kok bisa sih? Ini loh, nggak sadar loh ya. Nggak sadar loh itu. Oh, tapi ini monyet keren banget sih. Yes, 98 guys. 9 sama yuk. Bisa yuk. Wah, anjir gua ketahuan sih itu. Sama-sama ngeluarin itu, cok.
Tomasi commanding a lot of this space over towards B. I guess with the operator showing its hand early on, they feel like maybe
Gecko OP udah biasa lagi sih ya. Gecko OP mah, kalau PRX mah Gecko OP udah mantep banget sih. Lebih menyala pas Gecko pakai OP ketimbang pakai jet gitu. Wah, kena tuh. Ya kena itu kata gue ya. Nice banget cok. Wah nice banget something. Aduh hampir. Oh, bahaya banget nih. Jadi 3 lawan 3 ya. Aduh tunggu monyet dah. Aduh. Ini pusing nih kepala gue nih. Aduh. Cuma monyetnya cok. Ini udahlah save ngopi lah ini udah.
Wow. He's going back in for this. Feeling confident down to 500 credits. Not an awful lot left in the bank.
Masih aja di pack anjing.
We're going to try and find the kill onto Tomasi. No, thinks better of it now. What a ridiculous opener from Forsaken. And even with all of that success, still KC steady the ship and find themselves double digits here on map 3. A I've got to see that again from Forsaken's
Oh yeah,
POV.
I want to see the whole round again. Just it felt
Because
so.
the C's lands it completely takes the punch
Udah
out
2
of this
digit lagi guys ya.
execution. He then shuts down Narrate.
Who had
Masih ada
the
nggak sih?
by the way, going at that point. Here we go.
Loh, udah mantep loh padahal loh.
Counter roll comes out, and he read it. He was so ready for it.
So ready.
That's wild.
Tapi ini loh, yang ini loh jelek banget nih, anjir anjir. Lupa lah gue ngeliatnya.
Oh, Tomasi had a round too.
Yeah.
That kind of pressure he brought over towards Market, taking that space away, making them the retake, so valuable there.
Ya lah ya, mau gimana lagi coy. Waduh, rungkat lagi 11 kali ini poinnya.
PRX gotta start firing up here. This is tournament life. This is everything.
Nice banget monyet.
Gives them two.
Sip dede cok monyet cok.
That's Narrate gone again. That's with a stinger.
Aku suka kamu monyet. Kaulah sahabat terbaik aku monyet. Shoot.
Vengeance served, but still tipped again in the favor of PRX with that kill from something coming out. Plant is ticking though. Something's gonna get a rifle as well. That's in play.
Right
They gotta start moving here. Magnum turns his attention. That could be an issue. That could be an
Aigo. Bahaya. Please man freak.
Classic. Can he evade the stun? Mind Freak gets the upgrade, gets the rifle, and now they get this extended 1v1. One side now locked off. It's not what he wanted there, but Magnum now feeling the pressure. He's closing him down. Ringer, Rosie. Magnum playing with it.
Aigo Magnumnya digocek Magnum cok.
Absolutely ice cold from Magnum.
What the hell kata gue sih. What the hell bro. What the hell bro. Tomasi.
Forsaken in the last round, you had Monyet this round. How much more can they do? They're giving you two at the very start. It's showing that depth of KC.
Give me one. Let's go.
Oh my god bro.
Here,
oh shit man.
Still a good purchase to play with this time around for PRX. They've got to make this count. The pressure is
Anjir, nice 4 second. Mid cok. Mid.
Answers back. Look at what remains now. Mind Freak on beat, and you're right. He's up in spawn. What a switch around of positions.
Aduh, kerasa gerusuk gini yang gue suka nih, cok. Santai loh, stay. Kan ada tuh temen lu di B gitu kan. Ya udah lu jaga mid aja gitu maksud gue tuh. Aigo. Kalau udah mantep per second loh, dapat 2 loh. Aduh, rugi banget ya. Timingnya itu, aduh timing lagi nih. Wah nice banget Devi. 1, nggak apa-apa lah tukar 1. Oh shit man. Wah nice banget monyet. Oh main freak sama monyet nice banget. Aduh anjir gue frustasi cok nontonnya. Gue bener-bener frustasi anjir liatnya. Monyetnya.
Tensions rising here on map 3. Only SMGs to work with here for Carmine Court. If you Monier, definitely an opportunity for something, yeah. Shut down Martin off the rip. No chance of converting that stinger into the blade storm this round.
Nice.
Big opportunity for PRX here.
Oh, nice banget per second.
Keep the weapons up, start taking back that momentum. This is huge.
Oh, nice banget. Oh, Nafai, love you so much, Nafai. Aduh, Narate kurang ajar kok Narate. Nice. Mati nih. Nice banget something. Kelas. Yuk bisa yuk 11 yuk. Yuk bisa yuk 11 yuk. Nah, ini 11 ini udah.
This is 10. They've got ults coming online. They've got rifles coming out.
Nice banget, nice banget. Ini full senyum sih Alek nih, udah menang betul-betul. Pusing pala kau udah. 11-11 dong, please. Sudahlah, 11-11 aja.
Yes, Carmine Court on the brink.
Nice ulti aja di depan itu Manfred. Nice banget.
Yeah, cause Carmine Court to reconsider.
Enggak, ini udah pasti ke B sih. Kalau maksa sih paling dari mid to E bisa. Kalau maksa banget ya, mid to E. Tumben itu Forsaken gak beli Odin ya. Wah anjir monyet, what the fuck.
Maybe he felt he had that support from short, but didn't get what he wanted, and that puts a problem towards B.
Yeah, Forsaken's gonna have his hands full here.
Aduh, tinggal Forsaken sendiri lagi di B. Bahaya banget nih. Anjir, something nice banget, something. Tembak, aduh. Nice. Sin. Wah, nice something. Oh, you got this, bro. Nice. Low banget sih itu. Low banget sih, Cok. Nice banget something. Let's go, bro. Yo, guys, bisa guys, ini guys, sumpah guys. Ini loh, anjir. Seneng banget gue, Cok. Asli. Wah, ini nih. Wah, anjir. Wah. Ini bisa menang nih udah. Menang ini, bisa. Bro. What the hell, bro? Are you serious, bro? You got this, bro. Lah, ngapa ini nih? Kok nge-lag, guys? Lah, nge-lag tuh kata gua. Yaudahlah, gua reverse dulu. Emang dari sananya guys ya nge-lag ya guys ya, bukan dari guanya. Ini saving sih mereka, jadi 12 nih bisa nih match point nih. Wah, tapi ini gerasa gerusuknya 5-5 nih. Aduh, kena nice monyet. Oh, aduh. PRX don't have that next springboard. How do they get to the site? This was with Stingers, Spectres, Sheriffs. Wah, nggak kena ya. Wah, ketahuan tuh di bawah. Nice banget. Nice banget something. I love you. Nice Manfred. 12 cowok, please lo cowok. Nice. Let's fucking go, bro. Time. Nice. Time. Nice. Let's go. Bisa, Cok. Fort guys. GG guys. Fort GG guys. Wah, anjir. Wah, jantungan gua, Cok. Main ini, Cok. Astagfirullahaladzim. Jangan gitu dulu, Jason. Tunggu aja dulu. Tunggu benang, Cok. Jantungan gua, Cok. Aduh, Martinnya. Astagfirullahaladzim. Aduh. Yuk, bisa lagi, Cok. Something. Pick mid. I hope you, bro. I hope you, bro. Bisa nih, kalau misalnya mereka lewat aja. Aduh, Manfred jangan di-pick dong. Aduh, jangan timing. Aduh, Manfred, astagfirullahaladzim.
And it's all on Forsaken.
Anjir. Aduh.
And Jot, this deserves OT.
Ya udahlah ini udahlah OT lah ini guys.
The hero of Carmine Core, getting them up to 12.
Udah OT dah ini.
And of course this game was going OT.
Absolutely fitting end.
Gak apa-apa lah OT lah ya, masih mending lah ya daripada kalah, Cok.
Martin on the brink of 30 here. Digging so deep.
Ini loh, timingnya jelek banget tuh, something loh.
KC just demonstrating such a solid understanding of how PRX are playing in some of these mid rounds. A blank slate here.
Harus menang nih, coy.
25 operator in hand for something. KC back on the defense now.
What a great game.
Absolute banger.
Aduh, pusing pala gua, Cok, ngeliatnya, sumpah. What the hell is that, bro? Oh shit, man, gak ditembak loh sama dia loh. Wah, anjir, ngapain lu ngepick kayak gitu, Cok? Salah dukung gua kira. Astagfirullahaladzim. Salah dukung gua. Salah dukung, sorry guys. Ya ilah. Something ya. Aduh, mereka attack ya. Gue kira defend mereka, Cok. Alah, astaga. Sorry. Enggak. Gue kira tadi yang jet itu something anjir. Udah gak fokus lagi nih gue. Yo, let's go. Bisa something. Something gue. PRX. Yo, let's go PRX. Aduh. Gue salah dukung loh, sampai salah dukung loh, parah banget, Cok. Gara-gara ganti ini kan, ganti side kan, ganti switch. Oh, kosong guys, di atas semua tuh. Wah, nice banget nih, monyet nih. Nice banget monyet.
Maybe set something in motion here.
Send the seas through first. Actually doesn't catch it, doesn't even go over the wall.
Lah ngapa turun, Cok? Oh, nice banget. Nice. Let's go. Defense harus menang sih, guys.
And a punch to the gut of KC. Who fought tooth and nail to take this all the way to overtime.
Jantung gua, ini nggak baik buat jantung sih guys, bener guys, sumpah guys, gak berani.
Undeniable value found by him.
Yuk, Forsaken pakai Odin lagi lah, Forsaken nggak apa-apa lah. Forsaken Odin nggak apa-apa lah. Ini Ascent emang enak sih. Time out kah? Nggak mungkin kan time out kan? Nah, emang. Oh, OT sih, time out.
Not impossible, but it's one of the hardest things I feel because it goes out of the normal realms of reality. You're not playing a standard game anymore. So I think this is a good time
kayaknya
to break and try and check back in. Calm the nerves a little.
TO si Carmin sih.
We said we talk about obviously KC's opportunity here to really claim one of the international titans of Valorant and a victory over them. Again, uncharted territory for this roster.
Gua masa main game horror abis ini guys. Nggak usah lah guys. Ntar aja lah main game horrornya ya. Gila 3 jam, Cok. Mas Fuerte. Something OP lagi guys. Forsaken gak beli Odin ya. Oh nggak cukup apa ya? Kena tuh guys. Aduh monyet, ngapain lu monyet? Ngopek kayak gitu ya monyet ya.
He's been near on prolific at his damage. How many rounds? 2 kills, 3 just impact. So a great adjustment and a really strong read. But there's bodies behind this, Mike. It's not just Monye, they still have 2 other players, which I don't know if they're expecting that, but now
Nah, nice.
a lot of utility going to reveal.
Ketahuan sih posisi. Aduh, itu Magnumnya masih di atas, Cok.
Being forsaken over towards A site. Look at the amount of space that Mind Freak has.
Yeah, huge.
Parak.
But Defiant and Forsaken almost committed towards.
Gila langsung komit ya.
There's no getting out for the
Ya ada Avaya kena tuh. Oh pakai shotgun lagi dia. Aigo. Nice, tinggal Tomazi, Cok. Let's go. Aduh, game jantungan guys, sumpah guys, sumpah. Let's go bro. Ayo let's go bro. Let's fucking go. Nangis dah lo. Nangis dah lo kata gue ya. Udah mau nangis di tengah tuh guys. Si Tomazi nangis kok itu kayaknya, Cok. Tapi Martin emang gila sih kata gua. Itu Aaron makan permen karet.
Whatever Heretics did have turned these boys back into gods, and it is terrifying. The resilience shown, the sheer PRX-ness that we saw on map 3, right, was just like something that I feel like I hadn't seen in a while. Some of that explosive potential, seeing just Forsaken, Monye, and seeing now Monye joining the others towards that top end of the board is exceptional to me.
There's still some real questions.
Itu Alec udah seneng banget sih.
The composition, I mean, Alex saying yesterday in the pre-match, we need to figure something else out. Like W Gaming's in year 3 now, we need to figure something else out. But
Oke guys, kayaknya udahan lah ya guys ya. Aku pengen horor sih.
You're always rooting for KC in a way because it'd been great to see what they could do with such a young squad. But if anyone was going to put them home, I'm happy it was PRX. What a fantastic run from them. Analyst desk, enjoy yourselves.
Alah login Yusan.
Apak
lebih dari euro katanya Eropa katanya. GG lah ya PRX ya. GG PRX ya. Oke.
Popping off towards the end of the game. Something buys it up on Gecko in overtime. Jumps into mid.
There was no protection.
Sentinel sama PRX udah bakalan ini sih guys. Gua
And that's the thing with this team. They are inexplicable. They will pick a composition that makes no sense. They will make decisions that no one can fully explain, but they will win with it because they can seemingly make it work under any
Sentinel versus PRX bakalan seru banget sih kayaknya guys. Sumpah. Tapi gimana ya, Sentinel lagi kuat-kuatnya, Cok. Sumpah, Sentinel lagi kuat-kuatnya sih. Gila di foto sama itu coy. Gila, gue mau juga sih main freak tuh. Lihat tanda tangan main freak tuh. Cewek-cewek. Wah, di foto sama wah yang
Kid's got something special. He's got that dog in him for sure.
He absolutely does.
All right, well, let's just go ahead and head down to the floor right now. We got Kuka standing by with Monyet. Let's see what he's going to say with Verizon post-match.
Let's give it up for PRX one more time. Congratulations on making playoffs, on making that top 4. Before we even begin with the interview, real quick, if it were up to you, Race, Omen, or Astra?
Can I pick all of them?
No, you have to choose one.
I think I'll still say Omen, but I'd say my Race is picking up right now. Is the momentum.
Ya bener, Omennya sih bagus sih.
Lo que le quería preguntar es, de todos los agentes que ha jugado, sobre todo por cómo le vemos cómo se mueve, ¿cuál prefería? Parece ser que se queda con los controladores, pero dice que ahora mismo su Race está en ascenso, así que ya lo veremos. So, in 2 days, your team has defeated the 2 EMEA and sent them home, the 2 EMEA teams. What can we expect this time around from PRX
in playoffs.
Gue pindahin dulu dah ini basecamp-nya.
That's for sure. Do you see yourself lifting the trophy?
Gua nyelam dulu, guys. Nyelam dulu.
Le he preguntado que qué es lo que podemos esperar de PRX después de que mandaran a casa a los dos equipos de EMEA. Dicen que desde luego lo que nunca vamos a saber es qué composición van a elegir y que bueno, que no quiere todavía
Anyways, gua kayaknya bakalan off dulu ya, guys ya. Horornya besok aja lah ya. Horor besok malam aja ya. Gua besok malam atau besok sore lah ngabuburit gitu.
Understand, right? You make those changes from one day to another, right? Like now you go with the Astra. It's a Lotus comp with no Sentinel. So, you know, help us understand why you make these changes.
I mean, it's just like we're trying to what's comfortable for us.
So
we decided to change it to Astra.
Oke lah teman-teman, see you the next stream. Gua izin ciao dulu, guys. Ya interview sedikit lah ya, boleh lah ya, denger interview sedikit.
Sorry, we prep something, but it's not like very big preparation, you know.
Okay. Le he preguntado también por esa composición que han sacado en Lotus en la que deciden estar con el doble controlador, el doble duelista, pero ni centinelas ni nada de lo que solemos ver. Dicen que lo decidieron anoche, que Forsaken tuvo un buen...
Gilang, kayak nge-rap, Cok.
No, estas son las típicas decisiones que te llevan a lo más alto. Well, thank you very much. We'll see you in 3 days during playoffs, but we're not done.
So, guys, alright. Gua kayaknya bakalan izin off dulu. Ya udah selesai juga interviewnya ya sama monyet ya. Oke guys, thank you yang udah like, yang udah subscribe, dan yang udah mampir di channel gua. So, see you the next stream guys. Mungkin gua besok sih guys ya. Ya, bye bye guys. Ciao. Ura.